And you're just going to push it. Okay. The Indie Council is in session. Welcome, everyone. This is a place for the leading voices from across the industry to gather to talk news, titles, and everything indie. I'm your master of ceremonies, Jill Grote, the Indie Informer, and joining the council today, Mike Towndrow. Come on down.
Picked up my phone to quickly YouTube the Price is Right theme.
Everyone just hold on.
I thought of
really
the joke
fast.
too late.
Oh, that's sad. But survey says Janet Garcia.
Hello.
Are you disappointed? Did you want another game show to represent you?
I was just thinking, like, okay, we're just switching game shows now. I was just like, okay. I'm excited to see the next one.
They're all hints as to what might be coming up, and you're just trying to puzzle it out. And the purplest of parrots, Jenny Wyndham.
Yes, I'm so excited to live my Legends of the Hidden Temple dreams.
Yeah, y'all, when they came back around, when they said they were starting back up, I absolutely put in an application. I never heard anything back, but you know, I was
Did they start back up?
They did.
Are they still going? Could we go as an indie council team?
Let's do it. I'm so down.
What is this?
Legends of the Hidden Temple?
Janet,
you don't know about Legends of the Hidden Temple?
Oh no. We did background for everybody watching. We did have a discussion on how old all of us are.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know,
respect me, everyone. I'm the elder of the council.
There's some gap. It's not huge. It's not a huge gap, but there's some gap between perhaps the youngest who doesn't know what Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, now that I Google it and look at an image, it's like maybe there's a memory somewhere in there, but no, I'm not familiar with the show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My dream is to own a piece of the aggro crab one day.
I'm down. We could.
I accidentally said aggro crab, the developer. I meant the crag.
Yeah, I
understood what happened. Yeah. I want to get one of the medallion pieces, you know, or like Olmec just sitting in my room.
Just a wall.
Just behind me is the new council member.
I bet you get Etsy Olmec. I'm gonna do it right now.
Well, let's do it.
Jill's her thing.
Okay. What
I love Janet's just like, I don't know what
this
about.
is. I'm out. Get me out of here. And we will get you out of here with the briefest of indie news because we have a very fun topic of the show for everybody, which even the council members don't know entirely what they're about to get into. But we did want to mention, Jenny very specifically wanted to mention that Fields of Mystara Update 3 is out. Jenny, what do we need to know about this?
Oh my gosh. So the biggest news is the bullet point that they put in their roadmap, which is dating mechanic. Their third major update in July 2025 has dating mechanic on it. I am so excited. They don't need to say anything else. That's all that I need to know. But of course, I mean, just to give them credit, I looked it up just so I can have more to say. So we're not just leaving it at that. They have a huge update coming in July. We're getting up to 8 hard events, which every update we've been able to progress relationship with the NPCs a little bit more, which is really cool. We've got larger storage chests, home upgrades. Skill cap has been raised to level 60 or will be raised to level 60. New festival, new vendors at the Saturday market. I mean, this is a pretty hefty feeling update. So I'm very excited.
I don't know. I feel like I'm definitely at that point in early access games where I've played a lot. And now I'm like, okay, I want to stop and go back and forget everything that I've played so that I can go back and do it at 1.0. But I don't know what dating mechanic means.
I'm so conflicted because I didn't play. I've stopped playing for that reason because I was like, I need time between early access and 1.0 so I can restart and play with a new save file fresh and be excited for their official launch. But dating mechanic now is putting a dent in that plan because I really want to experience it. But
we might have to live through you, Jenny, and just like tell us a little bit about what's going on.
I don't want my willpower to cave though. I want to wait till 1.0. So we'll have to see. Fortunately,
like when, like how many updates until 1.0 kind of vibe?
I don't know actually. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because that's also, well, here's the thing. I'm kind of lazy anyway. So it's like, am I ever there's so many games I'm like, this was cool. Then it's like, oh, I can't wait to see you again. And I said, what? Like, just that's, I've dropped plenty of games for less, I suppose. But yeah, I guess that's a light concern that I have, because I'm also like, 1.0 is a great excuse for me to just play a lot of other games and just come back some other time. But I'm like, am I going to be, is that gap going to feel so big that it feels like I should have just been on the train the whole time? Right. I don't think that'll happen because of the genre of the game. Something about Farming Sim, I don't think they drag to 1.0. No offense to taking a while to get to 1.0, but I don't think the road to 1.0 tends to be quite as long as like some of these other games. But like, there are games where it's like they've existed for years and they're like still not at 1.0, and I'm like, am I risking that as well? Like, should I just be keeping up? I'm rolling the dice and gonna wait and see what's up at the other end.
My guess, I tried to look it up and I can't quite find it yet, but I think I remember them saying they were estimating about a year of early access content. And it kind of makes sense because I think the heart events only go up to maybe 10 or 12 hearts total. It's been a minute since I've been in there, but if they're doing about 2 hearts each major update, it feels like maybe, and that's coming in July, like maybe late 25, early 26 is when we'll see a 1.0 is my guess, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh man, it just seems like as we're heading into the summer season that there's a lot of like potential in the air and a lot of like, ooh, this could be happening. I'm excited, and a lot of things I don't know about, and some things we do know about, but I think this
really
is
excited to talk about the things we know about.
The things we know
one
about.
day.
We can't talk about anything. Yeah.
Well, we can talk about what if we all just roll up to SGF like this?
Heck yeah!
We pick a team.
Gosh. Perfect.
Was okay. The Chocobo? I'm like,
no, that's Purple Parrot.
No, these are
wild card.
These are crew neck sweaters based on the teams from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
You got Blue Parrot.
Tell Square Enix that someone took their Chocobo, or vice versa. Did this come out before Final Fantasy?
It came out after Final Fantasy, so Nickelodeon
took this.
Nickelodeon stole.
Chocobo, yeah.
Nickelodeon took a lot of things from kids, so
yeah.
Okay, so
as a bonus, there's also my toxic trait is that I would have absolutely killed it in the final round of Legends of the Hidden Temple. A fantastic T-shirt.
You're sitting there yelling at children,
if it's
like
true.
Yeah.
So is this like an obstacle course kind of?
Oh, it's everything, Janet.
Dude.
It is the world that you need to understand. Oh no, we're going. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Let's go, everybody.
This was the dream. I wanted to do this
is
so
like
bad.
Peak 90s Nickelodeon adventure was happening.
Those pants. Oh my god.
This was like kids doing this.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. It was
like
not
predecessor to Survivor challenges.
Like
I don't know why it's so fast.
Yeah.
Freaking when the temple guards came out and captured people, that was scary. Yeah. Look at this. They had to deal with creepy things and fire and going through things. It was probably not. You had to sign waivers for days.
This is like the original indie game.
Yeah. This reminds me of like, I looked at, because I'm like, because I watched Nickelodeon as a kid. I'm like, I wonder why I've never seen this. So I looked it up on Wikipedia, and it says this show lasted from 93 to 95.
That sounds correct. That sounds correct.
That's all it's been?
No, yeah, I'm like, y'all are making such a big deal about
forever.
This. It's
Janet, it doesn't
show.
matter if it was only a couple of years. This was a ripple that was seen through time.
This reminds me of, there's this, I wish I had the clip handy. I think I had Charles send it to me. Like from, what was this? What was the name of that website? I feel bad that I forgot the name of it. But Charles and Nikki and them like wrote for it. It was really cool, and it got shut down. I forgot the name of the site. Fanbyte, thank you. I'm like, it's not fandom, it's fan something. Fanbyte. They did a podcast, and because Charles is like a bit younger than like, definitely all of us. Like he's like on the youngest side of the team.
Little baby.
And he was like, yeah, like you guys will be like, oh, do you guys? I'm gonna butcher the name, the fake name. He was like, do you guys remember Cumbus Wumbus? And it's like, oh, you don't know Cumbus Wumbus? That's crazy. You make me feel like I'm 1,000,000 years old. He's like, and then I'll look it up, and Chumbus Wumbus was some side character in some Indiana Jones movie from like 30 years ago. Like, why would I care about this person? And that's exactly how I feel with the Legends of Hidden. You don't know Compass Wumpus?
Oh,
Or
my
Compass
gosh.
Wumpus. I feel like the fake
Listen.
name wasn't Compass Wumpus, but that's pretty close to what the fake name was. And
Listen,
I
Nickelodeon Gas and
explained this
Nick
to everybody
Arcade,
and
the
quoted all the
truth.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So 2 years. This is what you're like. You don't know this 2-year-old game show from Nickelodeon? Like, I thought this was like a real show, guys.
No,
This is like-
Janet, it's
Janet,
called
you don't
childhood trauma.
understand. This is no, Janet.
Oh, sorry.
No.
The fake name was Grumbus Cumbus. That was the fake name that Charles. You don't know Grumbus Cumbus?
Janet, when Robert Townsend was out
down
down the street drinking in the bar, I hung up to those fucking 2 years in the temple. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna
This
need
is an
everybody in the
indie news.
Rest in peace,
comments to be shaming Janet about her feelings of Legends of the Hidden Temple right now, because we can't let this.
This
We
one.
can't
it's
let
like,
this stand.
That's like being like, you don't know this one-hit wonder song. It's like, who cares?
Everyone
What?
cares, Janet. It was a moment in time.
No one knows what you're talking about. Anyway, I sent y'all also the old TikTok archived stream clip for your own edification.
I
reference it
appreciate
often.
it.
It's very funny.
Damn, this is IHOP and Denny's all over again,
Yeah. So
which I was still
now
worried
that
about.
we are currently fighting amongst each other, let's go to topic of the show, which is let the indie games begin. This is a competition filled with fun, perhaps just for me, who knows. I have created a series of games, rounds of a game, and I don't know how we're going to decide who. I guess I'll keep score, but someone
Jill's
will
basically Jigsaw. Like Jill declared
Yeah,
that she's
yeah.
Jigsaw.
Yeah.
literally that was my inspiration.
Saw through your foot, or this
Saw-
indie studio could shut down.
So yeah, no, it's been a hard month. We're headed into both Summer Game Fest leading right into Steam Next Fest, and my brain is fried. I'm sure everyone's brains are fried here. So let's just have a good
Speak
time.
for yourselves.
Mike is
I am
good to go.
Mike
perfectly-
is
I'm a
so far
perfectly
gone,
healthy
he doesn't
boy.
even know that his brain is right.
Mike is just flopped around to the other side. So I've cooked up a little game to give us something fun, something indie, something to
Borrowed something
enjoy
blue.
our time. Yeah. All of those things.
I'm sorry, I gotta
Um,
stop trolling you. Go ahead.
No, Janet, go right on ahead, please. I feel sorry for those who have not enjoyed the goodness of the purple parrots. You know what I'm saying? Below, I've listed categories, but I didn't tell anyone on the council what any of them meant before recording. So
It's great
I would
podcast
like-
content.
I would like now to tell you what the categories are, so you can be in the loop as much as everyone else. There are 7 categories. First category, tags your it. Second, post-it deception. Trailer, you traitor. With love from gaming events. The price is questionable. Locked in, and indie dump trucks.
I'm excited for
So,
indie dump trucks.
Is the last one just like
I'm
like
really
fat
proud of
asses
it.
and indie
I'm
games or
really
something?
proud
Yeah.
of it, you know?
don't tell me yet, but I like the names. I'm very enticed by the names.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of these are different categories, and we will play them in different ways, which I will explain as we get to each category. Mike is just zooming in. It's really freaking me out. I don't know. Okay.
Sorry.
I should have just let him go until he was like at a nostril or something.
Too bad we can't set like or maybe you can in OBS, like a auto zoom in, like a scale, and you start at the beginning of the episode at 100
Very
and then
slowly.
like see how close you can get by the end.
I would
Anyways, dump
love
trucks.
to do that.
That the walls are closing in on you.
me- Okay.
Break the walls down. Chris Jericho.
I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see things I don't want you to see, but we'll try. I am going to start with Tags Your It. This is a game that is based on something Janet did in our genre game
Wow, cheating.
discussion.
Ooh.
We
Don't like
Stuff
I
against me, I see.
everything you do can be used against you on this podcast.
Oh my god, that's what the
Dum,
document that I
dum.
signed when I joined. I'll be honest, I was never gonna read through it.
Yeah,
That should
no.
be a bingo
Haley,
square
I'm
next
sorry.
year.
The point of the game, or I guess how it works. I have gone through Steam through various different games, which will be deeply embarrassing if a member of the council does not know the game. I have gone through the game and I have picked out only the game's Steam tags. And from these Steam tags, I need one of you to buzz in. You can just say your name as a buzz. The first person to buzz in and get the correct game based on the tags will get a point for this round.
Okay.
When you guys are playing this in the Discord server, I should have paid attention.
This has become, Janet, just so you know, you've started a trend. In my community and in other places, I've been spreading this around. So this is a very fun game to play for anybody who's out there who has friends like on the internet and on Discord.
I have no
Sorry, Jenny.
No friends. Like, I'm out of luck.
Okay, with that, I'm going to start with the first tags.
Ooh.
They include typing, dungeon crawler, word game, and fishing.
Janet.
Mike.
Go right on ahead.
Crypt Master.
It is Crypt Master. Congratulations, Janet. You've got perhaps the easiest one. Started out with a nice.
Okay, there's no need to add the editorialization.
I know. Wow.
Good job. That was actually the practice one.
That was
I would
actually
never
like
use for a real
super
one.
easy.
It's so easy.
But you got it. So I'm gonna.
It's actually embarrassing how excited you got over that. But anyway.
Okay. Okay.
Yay.
Tags number 2. Action roguelike, top-down shooter, bullet hell.
Mike.
Janet.
Mike.
Vampire Survivors.
No.
Janet.
Goobies.
Goobies.
Janet got the second one. It is Goobies. This was pretty hard.
I wouldn't have gotten this one.
Janet, I think this was the hardest one, so good for you.
Thank you.
You're killing it. Okay.
I take your compliment over the last shade that you threw me by accident. Thank you. We're now at 0. We're at zero neutral.
Now that we got Goobies out there, I understand the assignment.
You understand the assignment. These are all
Yeah.
games that would be embarrassing for us not to get.
Mm-hmm.
Next tags: horror, multiple endings, choice matter, mystery.
John, are
Okay,
you cheating with
wasn't for
Isaiah?
No.
Okay, I thought I saw some whispering.
No. I'm just thinking of like the fact that this is a Mike answer because it's horror.
It is.
I mean,
I was gonna say Jenny. Slay the Princess?
It is not Slay the Princess.
Janet. Grun.
It is Grunge.
Oh,
Janet is
Horror,
killing this
okay.
game.
You're so good at this.
It's really the multiple endings was going to be the big.
Oh,
I do think these tags
The
though
big
are
help.
a little silly
Slay
for
the
Grun
Princess.
because
yeah.
Horror is interesting.
horror.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
horror
little.
is-
I mean,
it's a little
there's some
creepy. He's
stuff,
got
but,
some,
like-
he murdered some guy, like right.
Spoilers, damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
so
mystery
it's
is what
not
threw
just a
me.
gardening game, but
Not just.
It's
Totally
not just a
normal
normal
gardening
gardening game.
Totally
I will
normal.
say, even though Jenny was wrong, Jenny was also right because that
Jenny
is
was
Slay the
quite
Princess.
right.
Actually,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this is Slay the Princess.
Okay. Next
Wait, real
tag.
quick, can you maybe you can't? Which I guess make a note, Jill. I'm curious if Slay the Princess isn't in here at the end of this game. Can you tell us what the tags are for it? Because I'm kind of curious if they're the same or
Okay.
what they are.
Mhm.
Next tags. Psychological
Mike.
horror, story
I
rich,
can't
horror,
even-
retro. Mike,
Mouthwashing.
this is mouthwashing.
Damn.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
One person has gotten a point besides Janet so far.
Boo.
I don't remember how many of these I actually have. I think there are 6, and we're currently at 4. So we
These
have.
are really fun. I like these.
It's a really fun
Yeah,
game.
this is
Go
good.
check it out. Go play with everybody. You can put this into a Discord channel and people can guess. But next round, female
Jenny.
protagonist
Mike.
Jenny.
I know.
Jenny got it. What?
If this is not it, I will be so upset. 1,000 times resist.
1,000 times resist for Jenny.
Yes.
Congratulations. I was gonna be so upset if you guessed anything else.
Oh my gosh. I would have been honestly, it would have been hilarious if it was something else, knowing that I would have guessed 1,000 times resist for
Yeah.
something like this.
Okay, I believe this is the last guess. Are you ready? Is everybody ready? Everybody feeling
Mhm.
got their
Mhm.
buzzers prepared?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Cooking casual narrative, puzzle stylized.
God
We
damn
talked
it.
about cooking games?
Yes. No, I know what game this is. I just don't remember the name.
Uh-huh.
God damn it.
I would like to point out that this won Game of the Year for the Indie Council.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Now I really don't know what it is actually.
I'm like,
I was wrong, I guess.
What was our game of the year?
Not last year, but I think the year before that.
Oh, okay.
I think this was our first Game of the Year.
Don't give up on us so early, Jill.
You got
We
this.
can do this.
I believe in you. Cooking,
Game of the year?
casual, narrative, puzzle, stylized.
The puzzle is what's kicking me.
Well, now that I know this isn't the answer, I thought it was that one game that Jill really likes where it's like you're a witch or something.
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
like jumping around. What's the name? Magical Delicacy.
It is
Oh,
not
yeah.
magical delicacy, but
Yes.
we might want to look towards stylized, narrative, and cooking. Y'all are gonna kick
Jenny?
yourselves. Jenny.
This is a kind of a stab in the dark. Venba?
It is Venba.
Oh,
Congratulations,
shit.
Jenny.
Right, the Let Them Cook award or something.
Yeah,
Let them
yeah.
cook.
Yeah, let them cook.
I guess
Puzzle
it's
is what
funny-
got me because I'm like, it's not a puzzle game. What is he
Listen, the
doing?
only award I think about is the Chance the Rapper award.
That was
Um,
a great
What threw
award.
me off is when I think cooking in a game, I'm thinking of like almost like an Overcooked, like a more like or Breath of the Wild, and not the visual kind of like a almost visual novel style that Venba
Yeah.
is. But I do think it's a puzzle game, but it's very very casual.
Very
no offense to
light.
the
Yeah,
puzzle
like
Yeah.
super. Yeah.
it's like unpacking is maybe even more of a puzzle game, and that's also very casual. So yeah, okay.
Okay.
What
Just
is
for
what is what are the points now?
posterity. Oh yeah, what are the points?
Okay, so for the first round for Tags You're It, Janet is leading the pack with 3 points.
Yeah.
Jenny right behind her with 2 points, and Mike got 1 point.
Nice.
And to give Mike the edge in this next round,
Are
called
you gonna do a
Posted
toad?
Deception.
Are you? I was gonna say if you give him the star, I will be so
Mike,
mad.
can you give me a number between 1 and 8?
I absolutely can, but first off, I just want to thank you for finally giving the white man a chance in the video game industry. Finally getting the edge here.
To get ahead. Mhm.
I will
They
take the
tried to
number
get rid of
6.
DEI, but
Take
not
number
here.
6. Okay. So we're headed on to Post-it Deceptions. In this
Oh
round,
yeah, the
I had a moment.
yep.
Just to answer Janet's question, I looked up Slay the Princess tags.
Oh yeah.
It is visual novel, choices matter, psychological horror.
okay.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
close.
Mhm.
Okay. It's time to deceive all of us, everyone. I have gone around this month every social media I can find for all of us, and I have found posts that each of us have posted throughout the month. The game, I'm going to read the post, and we're all going to individually vote on who posted it.
This is
Now,
really funny.
This
is very-
post,
I don't think I posted very much this month.
here's
at
the thing, I've
all.
got you, Jenny. Don't even
Oh,
worry. I
okay.
looked through things I don't normally look through to find
Oh,
things.
God.
May I
that
just
you-
a quick
Jill's
behind
like,
the
all of
scenes
you
thing?
have one
Yep,
burner.
Mike.
I put it
Quick behind the scenes thing.
Go ahead,
Jill did a check-in on like Monday about like, hey, is everybody in this week? And you devised this shit in 3 days, 2 days.
Oh, I did. I
Wow.
literally locked in that entire Monday. Nothing else got done. This was all
Happy
like
Memorial
Monday's
Day.
effort.
Is this a clue
Like-
for the locked in category?
yeah.
Locked in.
Possibly.
I've been playing Blueprints. I
You
know
are
it's
being locked
without-
in a room until
were
you
being
finish
locked-
blueprints.
you can't get out.
come
Yeah.
Okay, this is fun.
Okay. So it may be your post, but you want people to not guess you. If
Oh.
anyone guesses you, or if everyone guesses someone other than you, you also get a point. Okay? So if you get the person correct, you get a point.
Okay.
If you're the person and no one guesses you, you also get a point. So possible 2 points per person this round.
Got
So
it.
I have a
That makes
clarifying
sense.
question
Yep.
because it doesn't make sense because I'm bad at following instructions.
Yep,
So
yep.
like let's say it's a post by me. It says I'm Janet Garcia. Here's my social security number, and I'm like,
Yep.
that's definitely my social.
Yep.
buzz in and say, would I not want to say it's me because I gain a point and lose a point at the same time?
So we're no buzzing in. We're all just going to discuss. We're going to have some
Oh, okay.
discussions about who we think it is. Each
Oh.
individual person is going to say who they think it belongs to.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like
but I don't
the
want
tribal
people
council.
to know it's me.
You don't want people to know it's you. You are deceiving. It is called post-it deception. So
Okay.
you are trying to make sure people do not guess that it is yours.
I have no poker face, so I might
Okay.
like.
Okay. Mike has chosen
Mm.
number 6, so we will start with number 6. I hope everybody is ready. And here
I'm sweating from this. This is like
I know.
we have a picture of a dog with 2 fish, and it says a whole different and entirely wholesome meaning to sleeping with the fishes. This was May 5th, 2025 at 7:29 a.m. Okay. So,
My thing.
that in mind, I want everyone to think about who could have posted a whole different and entirely wholesome meaning to sleeping with the fishes.
It's a dog sleeping with, I guess, a plush fish. I suppose is what this is.
Yeah, I thought
Yep.
it was corn for a second.
It looked like corn.
It does look like corn.
A big long one. It has the juice.
It has the
got the
juice.
Can I imagine a more beautiful thing?
I know this isn't going to help anyone, but have y'all been getting Le Poisson Steve in their algorithm?
Yes. Oh my
Oh
god.
my
Oh,
gosh.
No,
I
haven't.
can't stop.
But now I'm gonna get it because you told me my phone's listening.
Yeah.
Also,
Mine
the
just
couch
all
is a
cat's
millennial
eye.
gray. If this is relevant to anyone's
Are
deduction.
you?
Also-
what do you think, Janet? The old millennial.
Also, who's out here awake at 7:29 in the morning?
Ooh,
Mm.
That's good.
that's
Mhm.
true. But doesn't it show like the time zone you're in though?
Wait,
but who's
a
awake? to
quick
do the
question.
Regardless.
screenshot, though? Right, yeah.
Jill, are you included in this?
Oh, that's fair.
All 4 of us are included. Yeah.
All 4 of
Okay.
us are included in these. Okay.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Go ahead, Mike.
Is the original poster the pup, or is it just the reply?
It is just the reply.
Thank you for clarifying. I was like, I don't know whose dog that is.
That's
That's
the thing, I
very
was like,
surprising.
And
Only
then I
the
felt like
dog.
a bad person. I'm like, does someone have a dog that I don't know about? Okay, also the emoji use as well.
It's the emoji.
I'm gonna say, well, are we trying to say who it is already, or we're just trying to like?
Okay, if you're
discuss?
feeling good, Janet, you can go ahead and start off. Who do you think it is?
I think it's you,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jill.
Okay.
For
Vote
the
for
people
Jill.
who don't know that when I
Yeah.
say you, I'm looking at Jill.
Jenny, who do you think?
I think it's you, Jill.
Okay. Y'all are pretty bold with that 7:29 in the morning.
Mhm.
Mike, who do you think it is?
I think you just tried to throw us off. I think it is Jill.
Okay. That's 3 votes for me, and I think it's Janet because she's up that early. Are we
I
ready?
came up pretty early, but
I don't think Janet
Whoever's-
capitalizes sleeping in fishes in their little puns.
Mm-mm.
Whoever's post this is, could you please raise your hand?
me waiting for Jill to raise her
It's
hand.
me.
Yeah.
It's 100%.
Yeah, just like-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the emoji specifically because I think for other and also like just like the cutesy reply. I'm like I don't
Yeah.
really like cute reply. I'm more shade reply.
Gotcha.
Mike Mike and Jenny maybe could, but I don't think they'd add the emoji.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Or if they did, it'd be if Mike did it, it'd be like I don't know a knife or something.
Okay, moving on to our next post. Who do we think posted this? I expect Tanuki in a suit and tie, combed hair, ready for their proper 9 to 5 in the final build.
Oh man,
Makes
I
it-
know this, Mike.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's chaotic.
It's
specific.
chaotic, and it
I don't know.
happened-
Jenny was also hopped up on these Red Bull mocktails after PAX
That's what
East.
I'm
I
saying.
think it's Jenny.
No,
Yeah,
not I.
we're done actually. I think we're done.
No need to deliberate.
Okay,
We have a
Janet,
verdict.
Jenny both say Mike.
Yeah.
The person who wrote this post, can you raise your hand?
This was in response to that not so great article that was flying around after PAX East.
Okay, so that so far is points to Janet, Jenny, and Mike for guessing me. Jenny and Janet for guessing Mike. On to the next post. Let's see if it goes around. I haven't thought about this too
I was
much.
going to say, is there a process of elimination to this?
Yeah.
I'm craving more dark twists on farming
we're done.
games.
I wonder who it is.
We're done. Wrap it up.
It's all right.
Jenny.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Jenny.
Okay. We'll
That's
give
Jenny, yeah.
points to Janet and Mike on this one.
Yeah, Jenny is
What
often
are those
on my For You
hashtags?
page with the same kind of, which also, again, Jenny shouts at the cohesion of the content, because it's like, okay, you get it on Blue Sky in written form. I got it
Yeah.
on TikTok, and like,
Yeah, it was good.
The thought reached me. Like, I didn't see you post this, but you literally made this video on TikTok like a
Yeah,
few
it was
days
great.
ago.
It was
Yeah.
a great job, Jenny.
Yeah.
I really loved it. I caught some things that I'm like, I've got that on my radar, and some things I didn't, and I loved it a lot.
I was like, what
Hell
should
yeah.
I play now that I've played Claire Obscure? And I was like, nah, I already played that. I was bad at this game. I was like, this isn't for me.
Okay. Next post. Who do we think wrote "Humor is best" when only about 3 people truly get it?
Don't let the process of elimination fool you.
This was written May 22nd.
Oh, truly. So it's Mike, right? Because of the way it's
interesting.
spelled, right?
Yeah, I was
Because
going to
truly
say the
isn't
spelling
With the
is what's
E.
going to...
Interesting.
Are you saying I can't spell?
No, but but
How dare
maybe
you?
You're talking about maybe, or I thought you were talking like being a hard seltzer reference, but no, that's spelled with the Y without the E.
Yeah,
So never
that's
mind.
Mike, hard seltzer boy, Mike Downdrow.
I don't know. Maybe you caught a vibe. Okay, never mind. This isn't Mike. This is
I feel like this is Janet.
Jill.
This.
Yeah, I say Janet.
Okay, we got
I'm
2
voting
votes
Jill.
for Janet, 1 vote for me. Would the person who wrote this please raise their hand?
Wow.
Yeah.
I believe that E's
Not gonna
don't
lie,
get
I thought it might
enough.
be me. I was like, is it me? I don't know.
Janet
My
was like,
vote's
maybe
off.
it is me. E's don't
It
get
could
enough
be
love.
me.
They get dropped too often, so I like to use E's as much as possible, even though it is spelled incorrect.
So you're just going rogue.
I just
Wow.
like
I like
putting
how you're
E's
just
in
like,
things.
I'm deciding to put...
I
this
literally,
here.
I
That's
decide
my
to do
way.
it, and I have to
You know what?
edit
That's
myself
your right
a lot.
as an editor in chief. You could do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want,
As long
yeah.
as- As long as
So
it's
I would like to
consistent.
point out that I have gotten 2 points here.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay.
Jill's gonna end up winning at the end.
I think Janet, were you the other one who guessed me?
Yeah.
Okay, so Janet gets another.
You
point
don't.
here.
You don't have to sound so unexcited about it, Jill. Okay. Like, all right.
Okay. Yes, poll hype. Snorty face, heart face.
5:12 a.m. Oh gosh, is this Mike? Like,
I was questioning myself. I was like, is it me?
Mike.
I don't know what I type with all the Celsius in my body.
That's fair.
Oh, well, clarifying question: when it says
But-
the time, is that the time it's posted or the time you're? It's the time it's posted, right?
This is time it's posted. Yes.
That's really early.
In my defense, I do not use those hearts. I use blue hearts. I'm a blue heart boy. Check Blue Sky. I'm a blue heart boy.
I don't know how that
Oh,
sounds.
hype. Is this
Real
Jill
talk.
again? Yeah,
If
it's
this
Jill,
is
it's
me,
Jill.
I'm
It's Jill.
very curious.
No, it's Jill. It
Wait,
has to do with the
21st.
Polish stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah,
Jill.
I'm voting Jill.
Okay, that's 3 votes for Jill. Can the person who wrote this post raise their hand? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, good poker face.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Jenny.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, that's 2 points for Jenny.
Oh, I should have knew the angry like snort,
Amazing.
like the breathing
Yeah.
out your nose.
God, I
should
love
know
that.
that's not me too.
And
was
if
but
I
don't think
remember-
I've ever seen Jill use it. Now that I think about it, damn.
If I remember the context of this as well, I think you were replying to Mike. Like, I think this was something Mike
someone
tagged you
was
in.
tagging me because someone had a poll video up. I think the dev from Building Relationships had a poll video up, and I also do poll, and so I was just like, hell yeah, because it's just really cool. There are a lot of
Oh.
game devs who do polls. It's
That
pretty
poll,
awesome.
not Polish.
Not
Wrong poll,
Polish.
yeah.
Mhm.
This was a
I
good
know
one.
when you said
This
that, I
got
was
me.
like, yeah, Polish.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense. Okay. Who wrote this? I did this to myself, to be honest.
Like,
I don't know. Jenny's the one that cried during
Jenny-
the preview screening.
Jenny also did. It's either Mike or Jenny.
Right. For anybody who didn't see the visual, there
Oh, yeah.
is an order summary for 1,000 times. There's this soundtrack, which looks amazing and was part of the 6-1
Does
Indie
look amazing.
showcase.
I think it's whoever Jenny thinks it is.
I
If you were to
just
say that.
sold off my collection, so I wouldn't be adding another one. So it's Jenny.
No,
Which is why you would. This is why you would regret ordering.
Yeah, I
and
thought
say,
you said
I
you
did
ordered
this to
this.
myself. So I think it's you.
No, I
Mike.
didn't. With
Oh,
shipping and
Mike.
stuff, it was like $80. I can't do that right now.
You're
Fuck that.
lying. You're
I'm
lying.
gonna say it's
to
Mike.
us?
I'm gonna say it's Mike.
Wow.
Okay. We've got
Jenny, I
2
can't
votes for
believe you.
Mike, 1 vote for Jenny.
I can't believe you. Jeez.
The person who posted this, can you raise your hand?
Yeah, I still have all my video game stuff behind me. You just can't see it.
Yeah.
The audacity of Mike, I have to applaud because he put this in
Wow.
our
Yeah.
Discord
I was
chat.
gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he
you
did,
put
yeah.
this in our group chat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And and the fact that you knew it was $80, you gave yourself away. Why would you
I
know
know,
that if
I
you weren't buying
gave
it?
it
a
away.
specific number.
Yeah, you
I thought
messed
you were
up.
going to get it, Mike. With Janet, it seemed like she was going in the
Yeah.
Jenny direction. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever successfully unsubscribed from a mailing list. May 23rd at 12:55 p.m. I got that everybody can reply on as well.
I feel like this is a Janet gripe moment. You know what I mean? I feel like Janet has some good moments online where I don't know, you
Wanna
just
complain?
share like you just share like, oh, this is like a real thing that I'm dealing with right now. And this feels like one of those Janet moments of like, I've been dealing with this thing.
I also think process of elimination. We haven't gotten a Janet post yet.
Oh yeah, we have.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, tell me what
who
you
gets
think.
the most emails here? It's not
Yeah,
me.
Janet. Are you sure about that?
I don't think Jill would ever want to unsubscribe from the mailing list.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Jill
right, all
embraces
right,
it.
all right.
Can the person who wrote this please raise their hand?
Yeah, that was me.
Janet just gave up halfway through. She's like, "No, you guys
I didn't have
straight
any.
up got me."
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
have any ways to move this around to anybody but me. I'm always talking about my emails because I'm always tired.
This is going to be the last post of this round. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Games for 11 hours during the work week for work stuff. Me on this fine Sunday. Finally, I can game. That's May 25th at 1:44 p.m.
It's giving work sicko, so I'm gonna say Mike or Jill, the sickest people I know. No offense, Jenny. You work a lot
No.
too, but it doesn't seem to wear you down as badly. No offense.
We don't.
I
You
You
don't
guys look
complain as often,
amazing.
Jenny.
You guys look amazing. To be clear.
when I think of the phrase "I can game," I hear Jill saying that. So I'm gonna say Jill.
It's very triumphant. I'm also going Jill.
Okay, we've got 2 for Jill. Jenny, what are you thinking?
Oh man, it's funny because I feel like I could hear all 3 of you saying this and posting this stuff. Me on this fine Sunday. Finally,
Jenny, I'll tell you
I
this.
game.
Look at the date. You think I was gaming on a Sunday 2 days after the
That's-
showcase?
That is.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. You were probably still. No, you were probably still working for some reason.
Yeah, I was.
I feel
The Fine
like
Sunday is also very cheerily Jill.
I was gonna say the fine is the key word here because I could hear Mike saying that, but I think just from the timestamp, let's go with Jill.
Okay, can the person who wrote this post
Watch it be Janet.
please raise their hand?
Probably
Yeah,
Janet.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! I
Janet got
said it
2
to-
I'm
points.
actually the sickest loser on the beat.
And
Yeah.
then since that's the end of this round, that means score time. Let me boom get everybody back in here. Janet is running away with it with
Nice.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points for Janet.
Finally,
Jenny.
Janet could game.
Yeah,
Finally,
finally I
Janet
can game.
got a game she's good for.
I
Just
gotta start
behind
writing
her,
some of my
though,
posts in a different tone in preparation for this game coming back. Never let them know your next
Just
move.
switch it up with every post so no one
Uh-huh.
can ever.
Hire a ghostwriter. I'm gonna have Kelsey post all my shit.
Uh-huh.
Jenny, just behind Janet, you have 8 points. Mike, you're trying hard. You've got 4 points.
You're doing your best, Mike.
And I am here with 3 points, which I'm very excited about. Good job, everybody. Let me check to see what our next category is so I can be. We actually, it's a lot of our jobs to post online.
Unfortunately.
It is surprising how much we don't, though. A lot of our posts tend to be about work. I think the person who posts the most non-work stuff tends to be Janet.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
this
just talk
next.
a lot.
I mean, I've talked about it before. I really appreciate that you do it because I think about it.
Yeah, you mentioned this to me before that you're like, I would think about posting like my actual just life thoughts, and then
and then I
like,
don't.
no one wants to hear that. I'm
chicken
like, that's
out.
why I follow you. Like, actually, I mean, I wouldn't say like I hate when people only post about work because it's like, oh yeah, like hustle your stuff. I feel like we're all posting about like our content, but like I enjoy the minutia from people. It's like,
Sauce.
yeah, like
I want to know what's
you
in
know,
your
yeah,
brain.
just like
Mhm.
little slice. I like a good slice of life, you know.
But we only got a couple of things that category where no one guessed the correct person. So we've got each other's like online voices
Tones,
down
The
pretty
vibe,
well.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
See, Janet, no knives. No knife.
No knives.
Emoji.
Knives
No
out.
Yeah. I gotta look at your emojis now so I can study you better.
Mike just puts knives in everything.
Post your
from
frequent
now on.
emojis.
Yeah.
On to round 3. Trailer, you traitor. I have 3 indie game trailers ready for you guys to go ahead and guess. Should be easy, right? Indie Council. We all know our indie games. Absolutely, totally normal trailers. Nothing weird has happened to them at all. This is a buzz-in game. First person to buzz in with the correct answer. Mike is actually showing his his most used emojis. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
The first person to buzz in with the correct trailer wins. That should be straightforward. I don't see why this would be difficult for any of us. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Time out.
Smart.
Changing the title. You got a media player going here.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope that y'all can hear.
It's been 2 days.
Be able to. I know.
In my head too, you got like Derek Liu to like edit these for you.
Oh
Like,
my
I know you
gosh,
didn't,
that would be
but
so wild.
just in between his projects. He's just like, oh, just a little something.
A little
funsies.
something for the
Okay.
council.
Yeah.
Council members, what indie game is this?
I'm scared.
Oh, I pushed it.
It's okay.
Why is it not playing? Play. Oh no, hold on.
Get on that VLC life. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know.
Yeah,
I could
media
open
player
it,
burns you
VLC.
again.
Let me see. Open with.
It's okay. We'll vamp while you get things set up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
Okay.
very while you're getting things set up, I'm very interested to see what's like the weird part. I'm thinking like
Yeah, the
there's two trailers
trailer.
mashed together, maybe, or like a
think
AAA
because-
trailer mixed with like an indie trailer or something.
Because Jill could accomplish so much in 2 days, maybe she fully acted out the trailers.
Oh my gosh, live action versions.
Live action versions.
Yeah, I think like maybe these are gonna be trailers that are like unusual for like the game, which kind of honestly plagues the indie community a little bit. Like stuff where it's like you can't tell what the gameplay is from it. Like not the Bellatra one because that's really popular. I mean, maybe she puts it in there as like an easy one, but okay.
Oh, they're
it's
very
'cause it's
zoomed
so
in.
zoomed
Yeah,
in.
oh,
What is this
Fine,
game?
Jenny,
I fear it might be really loud.
Stardew Valley.
It is in fact Stardew Valley.
Wow.
Jenny, good job.
Knew it from the first
Audio
pixel, but I
listeners,
was like,
sorry for the noise.
Sorry for the
Yeah.
noise. I'll try to turn it down as soon as it's shared.
Yeah. Yeah, you can probably put it at like 30% of what it was, and that would be fine, I think.
Okay, I'm going to share the next file and try to stop it before it plays immediately.
Oh, Janet. Grease?
It is in fact Gree.
Okay.
Look at this.
I like forget my name.
Mike, Gree. The S is silent.
Technicality. Point on the technicality.
Can you imagine?
We don't have
Okay.
to imagine. Jill?
Okay.
It is in fact Janet's point.
Yeah, thank you.
Look at this.
This one
Look
was
at
the
this. It's a
trailer,
great
but it was
trailer.
covered with
Easy trailer.
with Jill's logo.
Look at my
for,
little
Indie
logo
Informer.
popping
Which is
up.
really cute. I
Look
like
at
how they
this.
move around as the trailer continues.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Look at that confetti.
I was worried it might be that other one. Is the only thing which I'm blanking on the name for.
Neva.
Neva. I was worried it might have been Neva instead, and I couldn't remember the name or what it looked like.
Okay. The last
like that.
and final trailer, Traitor. Here we go. Janet.
Limbo.
It's not Limbo.
Mike,
Mike.
is it Hollow Knight?
It's not Hollow Knight.
Oh,
Jenny.
Mike.
Oh.
Jenny. Another crab's treasure.
Another Crab's Treasure. Jenny got it.
Damn,
Give
Mike,
him a
big
dumb
fan.
little face.
Jeez.
I rebuzzed.
I changed.
I know it's not
both
allowed.
the coloring because I knew Underwater was going to give it away too quickly.
Yeah.
But if you listen quite carefully to this one, you can hear.
I gotta be honest. I thought that was also I didn't play Another Crab's Treasure for very long. I thought this was just music you put in. I thought it was like.
Oh, it is. It is 100%
Oh, okay.
music I put in. But you can hear him say.
Oh,
his
thank God! Because
classic.
I'm like, who made the OST? I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's so funny because for so much of it,
No,
it does
trippy.
look like a 2D
Just
side
absolutely
It does.
nothing. And then you get to
Yeah.
the final
That.
cut right there. You get his little face.
Yeah. That
And
was
there
a
you
tricky
go.
one.
That's a good one.
These were
Uh,
fun. I like that they were all different. They all
Yeah.
had different things
I would-
that were weird with them.
I wanted to keep you guys on your toes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Okay. It took me a long time to make those. So I was like, I'm going to make like 10 of these. And I got to
Is
3.
this-
I'm like, no, that's going to be enough. That's
Is
going to
this
be
what you've been
plenty.
doing like entirely for the last 2 days? Like Indie Informer has been on a hiatus. It's just been
It was
That's
just
my
that
favorite
Monday,
thing
you know?
to do, where it's like instead of the work I need to do, what if I did something else that I wanted to
Yeah.
do that's
Yeah.
still technically work, but in like the least relevant
Mhm.
way possible? Yes, this is perfect.
I got this idea and I was just like, guys, I've got an idea and I hope you enjoy it.
Oh my God, Isaiah would have loved it.
a
He
good
loves
idea.
playing games like this, so I'll have to tell him to play at home when the episode goes
Okay.
up.
Let's see if anybody in the chat in the comments can guess everything. Let me see. Our next category
Don't
is
cheat,
called
commenters.
Yeah, no cheating. With Love from Gaming Events. So I am going to I think this will probably be a buzz. But we can all just discuss it if we would like to as well. Actually, yeah, let's make it a discussion and everyone can guess. I
Sure.
think this is going to be a pretty like maybe a co-op experience rather than a
Sure.
competitive, but
Can I guess
this
at
is
what
our
this
net
category
range.
is?
what is this category, Mike? What do you think this category is?
I
I'll
think
give you a
over the
point if
past
you get it
few
right.
years, you've sneakily have taken pictures of my various energy drinks around gaming events, and we have to guess which gaming event is the trash from.
I think it's
Sorry,
gonna be
recycling because I
PR.
recycle.
I think it's gonna be like press, like emails from gaming events.
I'm gonna give
Ooh, that
Mike
would be
a
a good
half
one.
point. Because they are
The white man
pictures
prevails again.
and you do have to guess what the gaming event is. But for anybody who has watched the Indie Council for any length of time, you may know that it has become tradition for everyone to go to every event that anyone else has attended, even if they're not there.
Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we have pictures from all around the globe doing all kinds of gaming events where all the members are present in the photo despite not having attended the event. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a picture of
It's just gonna be the
all
phone.
of us. I'm going to show a picture of the Indie Council at various gaming events, and we all have to decide what gaming event is shown. Okay, everybody get the basic idea?
Mhm.
I am going to share my screen with everybody so you can see. Let me start actually going backwards. I don't want to start with this one. Okay, starting with. Is there a way that I can hide this? Hold on.
There's a banner with the
The
event name.
geodata. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like maybe
Just
we don't
crop
want
it.
to show this.
Well, I think maybe the file name might be or
Oh.
something. I don't know.
No, the
Dang it.
file name is definitely With Love from Gaming Events 01.
Obviously.
Yeah, probably, yeah. It's like
Okay,
version
nobody
8.
cheat.
How long were you working on this? Okay. Okay.
Here we go. What gaming event are all of us at?
For audio listeners, this is a it's a picture of the 3 to 4 of us in like super purple lighting.
It's so purple.
Sorry,
If-
is this what's this buzzing? Or are we?
This one's a
Because I know
discussion.
exactly. Okay.
Okay. What do you think, Mike? What should this be? Should this be a buzz-in? Should this be a everybody votes? I'll give
It's
you.
up to you.
Ooh.
Because I'm locked in. I know.
Okay,
I know
Mike, I will
where
go
we're
ahead
at.
and give you the ability to get this point exclusively since you're locked in.
Yeah,
You go right
I
on
honestly
ahead.
don't have it.
You tell me what it is.
Summer Game Fest last year, when half of us got locked out of the Giant Bomb event in their theater show. This is the post party of the theater event where we eventually
is-
all got reunited.
That was my guess. That was my
That
guess.
is
but I wasn't sure.
100% what was happening in this.
Oh my
This
gosh.
was so loud. I remember
so
we were all
loud.
like, our voices didn't work because this was the end of the event. But Mike now has a whole other point. But let's go to the next gaming event.
No, you don't have to phrase it like that. Yeah.
I gave you a half point for guessing the category a little
Thank
bit.
you.
What event is this?
Oh, this is
Oh,
I have it.
yeah, I have
Janet?
it.
This is PAX West. Final answer of last year.
What is the event we're at?
Oh, this is the celebration of that one game that came out that was good. I don't
Janet,
remember. It's
I'll
goes to
give you
Jenny.
the
I don't-
point if Jenny cannot
Yes.
tell me what the
Oh,
party
man,
was.
What the game was? Okay, it was at
What
the
was
unicorn.
the party for?
Y'all out of Casa Bonita or some shit? Like,
Oh my gosh. I don't think this is it, but for some reason I feel like it's a Lost Records party, but I don't think it was.
It's not.
Man, I cannot remember.
I want
what
to
it
say this is.
was.
Will I lose the point if I guess incorrectly?
No,
Is it Alan Wake?
it is not Alan.
No, yeah.
So this is the party for Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate
Baldur's
3.
Gate.
I knew it was like a game that like was pretty critically acclaimed, but I had no idea. And that like it was a fun fact that it was that because nothing else involved.
I was gonna say nothing in the party felt Baldur's Gate
At all,
3.
yeah.
They had karaoke on the stage.
They
for
did. It was
classic
great
Baldur's
fun.
Gate 3
Absolute fun.
story bit.
Mike, we're so glad you could join us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that place. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Look at that
Mhm.
black and pink stripe.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
What is this
Mike?
gaming
Jenny.
event?
Ah.
Mike, what is this gaming event?
This is the preview event for the 601 Indie Showcase.
At,
You know what's funny? I knew that
At
also.
PAX
And I was
East.
just
At PAX
well, I was
East.
there in spirit.
you were there,
We-
100%. As you can see. This
Jill, can you do a scroll in on Jacob McCourt's face?
Oh my gosh.
enhance,
that's so
enhance. Let me see if I.
Good. Blue.
Oh. What are you doing, Jacob?
He is
What
so
is
excited.
happening? He has found out something that he should not have found out. Bum, bum, bum. But yes, this.
You should have zoomed it out that far and been like, what picture?
What pictures is
Yeah,
this?
that
This was a
good.
sauna. We are all like 100 degrees right
Well,
now.
Two of us were.
So yeah, Jenny was
I was
perfectly happy. She's got a
perfectly
jacket on.
toasty. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
so
with
happy.
a jacket on.
Okay.
I was wearing a
Where-
6-1 indie shirt under that though.
Yeah,
I was wearing that pigeon shirt that you have.
You also had 3 layers on.
it's wild. Yeah, she's got another. Oh my god, we're learning things about.
Wait,
Jenny
no,
right
that's
now.
one jacket. It just has 2 patterns on
Okay,
it.
on the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Had it, though.
3 layers would have been a bit much, you're right.
Been too much. Yeah. Okay, where is this event?
Oh, Janet, this is GDC this
Oh,
year
yeah.
at the award show.
Yes, indeed, it is. I'm glad
Mike
that
and I had a
everyone could
great
be
time.
there. Yeah, Mike had a great drink. I couldn't find
Man.
this anywhere.
It's a shame Sonic Crush Shadow Generations came out already because those milkshakes are not going to be available at Playdays again.
Oh, that's.
I
a
want that
shame.
milkshake again so bad.
Maybe I want
we
that
can
Metaphor
just give her
Fantasio
another one.
lemonade, which turns out
Oh.
the game
That
was
was pretty
good.
good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, "There's no way the game's gonna be as good as this drink." I would say it was pretty competitive. So
Okay, y'all. What's this gaming event?
oh, Janet, this is the Game Awards last year at that event before the show. And the event was for a company whose name we would never forget. They are the creators or publishers of Monopoly Go.
Yep.
And if I could Google, I would tell you their name.
Monopocorp.
I'm going to go ahead and give it Janet. That's 100% correct.
Woohoo.
I'm glad you guys.
Side note,
What's the name of the company?
y'all look great.
I can't remember.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
I was gonna say, good
Yeah, it was a
fits.
lot of fun. We were
Monopoly.
hitting it really hard at this point. This was like 11 in the morning or something. For some reason, it was a very early event.
Dang. You
So
look real nice for 11 in the morning.
yeah, we were walking around. People were
It was
jealous
definitely
of
early.
the way we looked.
Who
Okay,
publishes Monopoly Go?
it was a mobile game publisher.
Oh,
That's all I really
Scopely.
remember. Of course,
Yeah,
Scopely.
obviously.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
Scopely.
Mike,
I just
no
about to
cheating
say it.
now. You have a little a little extra help there. Okay,
Cute.
what event is this?
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh.
Janet, this is at GDC 20, not the one that just happened, 2024.
Okay.
Min-Max meetup at the bar. The bar is called The Tempest.
100%. I would give you an extra point, but you're
wow.
running so far away with it. I'm not going to. You can see the person taking the picture of us where we actually use this picture, but I have found this extra picture and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
100% perfect.
That's so funny.
This is, in fact, GDC.
For a
Me
tip
and
of the
my
hat,
newly,
shout
my
out
newly
to-
rented pants.
Shout out to Caesar on the left of the frame.
Oh, fun.
Long time
And
friend.
Haley is back in the background there. And I think
What's on
that's
the
Leo
TV?
Vader in the hat.
Yeah. What's on the TV? I'm not sure.
Who knows what was going on? Things
you
were happening in
enhance?
that bar, you know?
Yeah, can
I'm
we enhance?
afraid to. I'm not sure I want to because I knew there were things happening in that bar that weren't, friendly.
On the
So we're
TV?
going.
It's just a TV.
No,
bar,
things were
Jill,
happening.
relax.
Things were
What kind
happening,
of
Janet.
what kind of meetups are Min-Max
Okay, what's this
running?
event?
Jeez. Mike.
This one I don't know.
I'm like the badges.
The badges are right there.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, you go ahead and you tell me what this event is.
PAX East 24.
Yeah. Last PAX
This
East.
was PAX East. We were not present. The West Coast.
Right.
This was like at the end of the event where everybody was saying our goodbyes, and
Yeah.
the first time Jenny and I saw each other all weekend.
Yep.
For an added
So
bonus
hectic.
point, what is the event in the picture?
Oh, and I was gonna say where we are. We're coming out
Oh.
of trivia here, I believe.
No, the picture of Janet.
but
and-
yeah.
Where is the picture of?
Oh,
of
the Min-Max
Janet?
meetup. The
Yeah.
Min-Max meetup
Yeah.
at
That's
GDC.
the one that just
picture
happened.
that we just
Yeah.
looked at. This
Line.
is the
Yeah.
actual
Yeah.
picture.
That's good.
Okay.
That's a good meta.
I'll give a point to both Mike and Jenny for that one. Okay. And I don't remember how many I put. So, oh yeah,
Mike.
What is
Oh,
this
Jenny.
event? Mike.
Oh my God! Stop fighting! Stop yelling! That scared the hell out of me.
Cats.
The Mix in Seattle, 2024, PAX West.
I think it was
I think
before
it's
this. This is the
23. This is the
yeah.
first time we ever.
This is the
took a
first
picture
time we
together.
ever
Oh,
met
it is
each other in
23.
real life.
Yeah.
It is 23.
There we go. So I'll give Mike and Jenny a half a point for that one.
What was the release date that you guys photoshopped onto Jenny's phone with Silk Song on it?
I think it's just 2022. So,
then was this
Yeah.
older?
this must
Why
be
would
even
why would
older
it say
than that.
2022?
Oh dang! So yeah, it must. have
Damn,
been-
really?
Maybe 29. Maybe 20.
No,
It can't be
21.
2019.
2021.
No.
It can't be 21. Maybe.
Maybe it was 2022. Can you zoom in on the Silk Song fake
Okay,
release date?
enhance.
zoom in. Enhance.
Which every year Silk Song doesn't come out, it gets funnier. So it has to. I mean,
It
that has to be. The joke would
21.
make sense if it was.
It had to
Yeah,
have
it
been
has to be
21.
2021.
Oh my
it-
gosh, that feels like an eternity ago.
Yeah, is
like,
that really-
what?
Is that really true? That can't be right because I feel like I didn't go.
21. That's
Have
not
we been-
21.
Why did?
'Cause
Okay, who
Doing the
photoshopped this?
podcast for that?
It was
long?
Mike.
No.
Mike 100% photoshopped
Mike,
that.
why did you
Why
Photoshop?
would you-
Photoshop.
that
I
time?
copied both pictures into Instagram, and I fucking
Hey, how you Photoshop is between you and your computer.
your
okay?
gods,
I was trying to find the badge behind me, but I don't have it. It's definitely I think it was I was only at PAX West once. It must have been that same PAX West, which was, I think it was 23.
Make it
Yeah.
funnier that it was like it already
Written in the
released.
past,
That
yeah.
It
might
was in the
have been
past.
joke.
Yeah.
I forgot what the
Yeah,
joke
okay.
was.
It's just like when you know how the joke is, haha, Silk Song. That's the joke. Like that's as far as we
Yeah.
got for the joke. Like,
And
wouldn't
it
it be
continues to be funny.
yeah, okay. Because I'm like, there's no way I hadn't gone to that many, especially recently.
Or it was
Okay.
24. No, it wasn't
Yeah.
24. Never
No,
mind.
it
Maybe
had
it
to
was
been
23, yeah.
22 or 23.
It was 23.
Yeah, it was 23, I think.
It was 23 because 23 was the year I almost died at that music festival, and I skipped Riot Fest for that reason. Riot Fest usually coincides with PAX West, so that was the only year I could have done PAX West.
We've puzzled it out,
We
everybody.
got a regular duck
Death always finds a
detective
way.
over here.
There we go.
Okay, category 5. The price is questionable. The rules for this are going to be simple. Everybody is going to look at a piece of indie merch. The price is going to be covered, and we are going
Ooh,
to
Tough.
decide what does that piece of merch cost. Closest wins. If you go over, however, you do not. Mike,
Retail? Like normal MSRP?
I'm going
Like
to
no
show
taxes
you
and stuff, I
literally
guess?
the page that you can buy it from.
Okay.
So, I'm
Okay.
So not
assuming
like
retail.
eBay or anything like that.
This is a
isn't.
lot
like that.
nicer
No.
than
not-
than what I thought this was going to be, which was like, how much do you think this game costs? And being like,
Yeah.
no way, it's more than $5.99. And I'm being like, wow, they're bold.
Yeah, this is
Like,
not
you know?
not Paul from Devolver tricking me into buying an $80 Volvi t-shirt that they want to sell afterwards for $20.
Okay, so I'm going to bring up the first of these. Now, this one is going to be a little weird because I have both the covered and uncovered options. I don't know if I can share both without messing anything up, so I'm just going to share the
You just show the
one.
covered and it'll
There,
just tell us.
share the
answer.
covered one.
Mhm.
Boom.
Okay, so
Here's
this
our
is,
first.
No.
This is
The
the
Tunic-
Tunic
yeah,
hardcover instruction book. So this is the instruction manual from the game, hardcover. The description reads, a sacred book. This special printing represents Tunic's in-game manual, also available inside Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox copies of the game, in a big hardcover edition packaged in a sturdy slipcase. It was designed by George M. Velez with page layout by Tony Kuchar.
Jill, let me see your
Love
bank account real
Tony Kuchar.
quick. Let me see the transactions.
I could actually go downstairs and grab this. I do have a copy of this, and I bought it immediately.
Okay.
What
I guess
do
we
we
just go
think
in
the
any order, yeah?
hardcover? Janet, you seem like you're raring to go, so why don't we go ahead and put Janet down? What do you think this costs?
I'm really torn. On one hand, it's hardcover, so that definitely adds to it. But I'm
Mhm.
wondering how high are they really going? Because I do think there's a ceiling on how much you can charge for a book like this. I feel I'm torn between two prices. I'm gonna go with my gut. The first thing I thought, which was $34.99,
$34.99 says Janet.
but $29.99 was right there, and I was thinking about that.
Okay,
I'm going with the $34.99 though.
Jenny, what do you feel like a Tunic hardcover instruction book costs?
I also was
It's
kind of
thin,
going
though,
back
too.
between like sort of a 25 to 35 range. I'm gonna go with the $29.99.
Okay, $29.99. And Mike, what are you gonna go ahead? Are you gonna do the? Are you gonna do the thing?
I don't think the thing will work because it's. I was thinking 29. I mean, I could screw Jenny over.
I mean, I
But I won't
honestly,
do
if I
that.
didn't go with that, I think I think $24.99 is also a contender because also it's
Yeah.
probably thin. It's probably not that many pages.
Because yeah,
That's
it's
the only
not
thing
like
I'm worried- nervous
it's
about.
not an art book. It
An
is
art
the
book, yeah.
manual.
I honestly think I
$1,
would buy.
Bob.
Okay, Mike goes with $1, and the
Wait, sorry. Is the
actual-
Price is Right rules?
Yes,
I forgot.
actual
Okay, cool.
retail price is $19.
Ooh,
Mike
honestly,
gets the
really
point.
affordable for what it is.
I thought, yeah,
Wow.
because it's probably only what, like,
couple pages, yeah.
yeah.
Damn. Okay. All right. All
Okay,
right.
it is really good. If you are at all interested and you want to check it out, I would highly recommend it.
Jill, should I play
Okay.
Tunic?
Yes, you should play Tunic. What kind of question is that?
Jill actually told me Tunic sucks, and you probably should avoid it.
Yeah,
How
probably.
dare you? Jenny
Yeah,
just
she
lost a couple of points here.
No.
She said it's a worse version of a really established Nintendo IP. It was
Yeah.
honestly kind of out of line. I thought, you know, she said it was a
Like, whoa.
bastardization of a game that you know that you loved.
Yeah, and I was like, "Whoa, Jill! I thought you loved indies," and Jill could not stop.
How much
I
is
believe
this?
the word she used was greedy,
Let's
which
not
was
talk about this anymore. How much is a Toem Nintendo Switch Physical Edition game? It is by I'm 8-Bit Physical Edition and it includes 4 character standees, allowing you to photograph your favorite characters in the wild, just
that's
like the
really
game.
cute.
It's
Yeah, I should
very,
buy
very
this.
cute. Everyone should go check out this game. 100%.
This is
I feel like I
where
should know what a Switch game costs because I buy them all the time, and yet clearly I don't pay
This-
enough attention to when I order them.
this is where not knowing retail for games really comes to bite me in the ass because it's like,
Yeah.
well, I got a code for Toems. I don't know what people pay for it. I don't know what the normies pay for these games that I recommend.
It is the full physical edition. Janet, what do you think?
This is so hard because I have no idea what Toem even costs. It's an indie, so it's not wildly expensive. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking. I do feel like Toem is one of the more, I don't want to say premium price games because like that's kind of dramatic, but I think it's more in that double-digit range of cost. I would imagine because who's the pub? This is a Pop Agenda title, marketed title, so it's got a little bit of clout. But I don't think they're going wild with it. It's not a very long game. I feel like it's probably retailing for like $12 or $15 digital. I might be way off on that though, because that'll impact the physical cost.
Yeah.
The physical is obviously gonna be more than the digital, but I don't think it's gonna be wildly more. I'm gonna go. Oh man, and then it's weird because the last thing was 19, which is kind of like a not a weird price, but I'm wondering. I feel like it'd be more, but now I wonder if I'm highballing these. Also, the last thing was what Fangamer, and this is I am 8-Bit. I feel like low key. I don't want to say I am 8-Bit's expensive because I think it's like kind of reasonably priced, but I don't think it's gonna be like cheap. I'm torn between maybe. I'm gonna say $24.
Okay.
I might be going too low. I don't know.
$24 for Janet. Jenny, what do you think this Nintendo Switch Physical Edition of Toem costs?
Okay, so physical edition, but it has 4 character standees. And then I don't know. I feel like I would be putting this a little bit higher. Maybe this might be too high. I feel like maybe a 35-ish.
I think that's a good guess.
I feel like a 35 for a physical edition with some like standy little trinkets
good, yeah.
inside. Yeah, because I am 8-Bit does feel like it runs a little higher than because most Switch games I feel like are probably between in the sort of premium indie area, like between 30 to 40 is what I usually pay for them. So 35 feels like a safe bet.
Okay. Jenny guesses 35. Mike, what do you think the Toem Nintendo Switch Physical Edition is worth?
I'm an avid customer of ye old I am 8-Bit. There is the I am 8-Bit tax because it is a little bit more of a premium product. Now the question is this a $29.99 or $39.99? I don't think they would have gone that high for Toem. No offense to Toem, one of my favorite games ever. Adore that game. I'm going to say $29.99.
Okay. And just to reiterate here, we have Janet has guessed 24, Jenny has guessed 35, and Mike has guessed $29.99.
Oh, should I have guessed like okay, hold on. Because I just prices, they never do even numbers. They always do the 99s. So should I do like a $34.99? Because I feel like they never give you the like even numbers. They always give you the 99s to make you feel like you're paying $1 less.
Yeah, you might as
Okay.
well. It's still safer,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
Because you still
safer.
kind of get the
Okay.
35 if you.
Yeah.
Or well, I guess if you go over. Yeah, I think the 34 is probably safer.
Okay, I'll do $34.99 actually.
Okay,
just to-
last minute change.
fair.
Jenny has decided $34.99, and the answer is $34.99.
Wow.
Jenny
Oh.
absolutely
Oh.
saved herself in that last
my
second.
God.
I was like, Mike
What the heck?
absolutely just sneaked in there, but no,
Mike
Jenny got her
coming in
point.
with the Price is Right strats.
Mhm.
It retails on digital for $19.99.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
honestly,
Like I'm curious what the digital.
No
price-
shade, a little bit more than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be more like that 12 to 15 kind of range.
Mhm.
So, I think that pricing makes sense. Not that we're here to judge iMapit's pricing, but it's like, oh, okay. Especially with it being 20 digital, it
Yeah.
inherently has to be somewhat significantly more physical. Cool.
I need to grab. That reminds me. I need to grab Crab Game physical. It's up for pre-order for a few more days.
Oh, nice.
Okay, everybody. For the next guess, this is going to be one that I'm very upset if someone doesn't get this, because our next piece of merch is the Faith Tapestry.
Oh, God damn it.
Wow.
If
mean the rug?
are, if no, it's a tapestry, Mike. It's a tapestry. It's very important for us all
Depending
to
on the
know.
placement, though.
Now you can see
If it's
here
on the
it is
floor, it's a
Faith
rug.
Tapestry
Yeah.
Unspeakable, and we have selected the large size, so it is the 84
Okay.
by
I
62.
don't know, the tapestry market.
The tapestry market is hot
Man.
right now.
is hot,
Dibs on,
man.
so
It is
dibs on
hot.
going
right now.
last.
It's real sick right now.
I think Mike should go first because
I think Mike absolutely needs to go first with this one.
Well, first off, Jill, is this still on sale? Asking for a friend.
This is exactly what it looked like when I looked
Hell yeah,
at it
still
on
available.
Monday.
Let's go.
Still available.
Hell
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I can still hear.
2 reviews, huh? Not enough tapestry
Not
fans.
enough tapestry,
Or
but
maybe
5
it's
out of 5
priced-
for both.
Maybe it's priced so high.
It's
but not
true.
as many
Gatekeeping
people
the new blood classic gatekeepers of the tapestries.
Yep. As we all know.
And Dave over there, really loves his tapestries. I'm gonna say for the large 84 by 62 tapestry, if it's on a wall, rug if it's on a floor, blanket if it's on a body.
Blanket if you're nasty.
Mhm.
If you're a real sicko
Yeah.
and you want some Christ on your body, Damn. $134.99.
$134.99. Jenny, what do you think the Faith Tapestry, which is a tapestry no matter where you put it, would cost?
Fake news.
I feel like these things typically are pretty close to $100. Like for a tapestry, for a rug, any kind of like bigger fabric thing. So I'm gonna say $99.99. I'll go a little lower than Mike.
Okay. $99.99, which leaves
Jenny-
us with
Jenny, is a rug a fabric?
A rug.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Is a rug a fabric?
Well,
usually rugs are built with like a backing.
I was gonna say I don't know if I would call a rug a fabric because it's usually like the knit, with the backing.
Yeah.
Mike,
wouldn't
we
use
can't
it
reopen
as-
this argument. This argument almost destroyed us the first time. It's
Wait,
It's
let me
about
look
just
up like
whether-
what is a fabric.
I agree
I'm gonna text
that
Kelsey and ask.
that it's a rug if it's on the ground because they show it as being used as a rug. But it might be a bad rug because it's meant to be a tapestry. But they showed it on the ground.
They do.
So
they
they-
do
I
have
think
one
they
of those
think-
pictures.
I think they think that they're selling a tapestry / rug.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
Or blanket.
So Mike, what were you at? You said you were at like 1/3.
$134.99, and Jenny guessed $99.99.
When I was listening to y'all talk, I was thinking like at first like 89, but I feel like that's too low, and I've been low on everything. So I think I might split the difference between Mike and Jenny. Though I'm like, could it be even higher than what Mike said? It could be. It does look pretty nice and like detailed. And I think the fact that it only has 2 reviews is probably because like maybe it's a little on the hyper specific and expensive side. I'm gonna say, damn. I'm gonna say pretty big too, is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? F it. I'm going high. I'm gonna go 149.
Wow.
Okay.
Rolling the dice. I do
Jen,
have some context. Is a rug a fabric? No, it's made of fabric. That's like asking me if sofa is fabric.
But it is a textile. I'm looking.
It's
at something
definitely a
It is a
textile. It's definitely a textile.
Absolutely.
but it's not
Textile
a
art.
fabric.
It's a fiber art.
Did I ever tell y'all my first game awards? I booked an Airbnb. I my first time ever in LA. Booked an Airbnb. Went from LAX to the address listed, and the Uber driver just dropped me off in like this middle of this like textile complex, like sketchy. Like there's no residents in sight. I clearly got scammed. I was very scared. I didn't know what to do.
Man.
Were you near there? Were you in the fashion district? Because that's not that far from.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely in
yeah.
the fashion
Don't know.
district. You was in
Probably.
Yeah, you're probably in the
in
fashion
that area.
district. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was very
Textiles.
sketch looking.
Yeah.
And are you ready to
It's
see
downtown.
the
Yeah.
final retail price of the Faith Tapestry
Yeah.
is?
Yeah. I'm curious.
Ooh.
109.99.
Wait,
You're actually
means
saving
who's-
money by buying it.
Jenny is
Wow.
the closest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mentally, I was prepared for 134. It's on sale. Look at that.
Yeah.
Go
So
for
now
it.
you have to get it.
I have to get it now.
Like at this
Yeah.
very moment, we have brought it up so often on this podcast that one of us has to get it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get it.
Yeah, eventually. Nobody panic
Eventually.
about that.
I dropped $80 on a 1,000 times resist vinyl. The tapestry will wait.
But
Okay,
will it
that's-
wait? That's the question.
I think going to be the last. That's the last round of the price is
I
questionable.
really miffed it, and this price is questionable. I'm out of touch with the people. I don't know what the people are spending their money on.
Let's see if I can actually.
Jen's just so used to getting shit for free. Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll-
I was like, you guys are buying these things? It's crazy. No.
Actually,
I
look
don't
at my
know,
subscriber count. So
I've been I honestly have been trying to buy less complimentary crap because I love crap, have a lot of it, and I'm like I need to cool it a bit actually because I have an apartment.
did you get the crap I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay, I was making
I got it
sure.
right here.
Sick.
I'm gonna do an unboxing on
Yeah.
TikTok, but I have been
Cool.
dragging on it
Hell yeah.
because there's always exceptions to like the stuff I will take. I'm like, okay, well this is pretty cool, and it has like a use. Like, you can play it, you know, so a little bit different than like I love plushies, but I just end up with so many of them.
Yeah.
Too many plushies, not
Too
of
true.
squares.
I've got a whole like jail looking thing to hold all my plushies over there.
Yeah, nice.
You know, it's fine. No one panic. We are on to our penultimate category. If we're trying to catch up to beat Janet, this is going to be the time because Janet
All right,
currently
here we go.
has 14 points.
Ooh.
Jenny has 13 and a half points.
Ooh.
Mike is also here.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm
That's
trying
Mike
to
is
really
still
mean.
trying his best. Oh my
Alright.
gosh.
I think you're gonna clean up in this like ass cheeks
9 and a
category, though, don't
half
worry, Mike.
points for Mike. Okay. So no, don't worry, Mike. You're gonna get there. We believe in you. And I'm still at 3 points. The fact that I have any points, I'm kind of happy with.
Yeah, how do you even have points? You're running the game. You made
Because
up
I was
things.
being deceptive.
Just
I was being
Jill
deceptive.
You know
cheats.
what? Sure, yeah.
Okay, so our penultimate category is called Locked In. Anybody want to try to guess what Locked In might be about?
Release date.
Does it have
Getting
to-
locked in? I don't
Not
know.
release dates. Mike
good
might
guess.
have some clue because we did start this game at PAX East this year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are these photos of friends playing games very intensely?
I'll give you another half point for that, which brings your total to 10 points.
Let's go.
Okay, well, why should you get a point for this literally a conversation you had like a week ago?
Half point.
This is
Half
biased
point, half
judging.
Yeah, but when you add it to the other half point, you know what? Actually, you're so behind. Fine, let him have the points.
So this category,
Watched it.
You, Janet.
the answer to the question, you're going to have to buzz in, and whoever gets the correct answer gets the point. It's going to be a picture of either someone intensely playing a game, and you're going to have to guess what the game is, or it's going to be a picture of a game, and you're going to have to guess who is playing it. Okay? So you're either guessing, and it should be very clear from the picture, you're either guessing what the game is or who is playing the game. And the who is going to be one of the four of us. Okay?
Yeah.
Makes sense for
I was
everybody?
like,
Mhm.
who are we?
Are you
Is
ready?
it just a cavalcade of celebrities or something playing games?
Yeah.
Is this
who's
George
like,
Costanza
I don't know.
with the GameCube?
Pedro
or-
Pascal.
Mike,
I don't know.
I was literally gonna make the same joke. I was like, "Who is it?" Like that's exactly the photo I was thinking. Yeah.
For the first category of Locked In, what is this game?
Janet.
Mike,
Ooh.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That was really close. I actually think it was Mike.
Do you?
Beastie Ball.
It is, in fact, Beastie
is
Ball.
Beastie
How did you
Ball.
get to that, Mike? How did you figure that out?
I know Greg. Greg and that little man next to
Just
him.
a little
For
The little
anybody
boy
who doesn't know
on the
who-
desk.
statue.
for whom this didn't give it away, this is the developer of the game Beastie Ball, and he is
Yeah.
very well known. And I can never say his last name correctly. I want to
Lobanov?
say
Lobanov?
Lobanov,
Oh.
but I always, yeah. Okay, on to the second picture.
Mike,
What game?
Damn it.
Mike, what are they playing?
Fear the Spotlight.
This is Sphere the Spotlight. It's
Honestly,
on
I
the
don't know
Game
if I would have
Pass.
remembered the name of the game, but I do remember the photo.
Your hair looks amazing.
It does.
does
Thank
It's
you.
honestly
really
your camera.
good.
It's your camera. It's not
It
about
was
your
good.
camera because it didn't look that good in real life.
Who is playing this game?
Janet,
Janet.
it's me, and I'm playing Grun.
It's
And
me.
that-
I'm the
and,
problem. I'm
and that's the
problem,
blanket I
it's me.
slept in earlier today.
Hold on. I'm gonna put. Okay, I'm putting
It's
everyone.
Grun on the Steam Deck for people that are like, I'm locked in on the audio, which is totally valid. Yeah.
Okay, who's playing this game?
Mike,
Jenny. Oh,
Oh, Mike in there. Who is it?
I'm assuming it's Jenny.
It is Jenny, and here's your clue right here.
The cat,
as to
yeah.
who it's
Cat,
gonna be.
yeah.
Oh, Mike,
name of
you
this
might
cat
catch
again?
up. This
Rosie.
is Rosie.
Hey,
Rosie, yeah.
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 You little baby.
Mhm.
So we all basically game the same way.
What
Janet,
game
this
am I
is-
playing?
Mike,
Oh,
Janet.
This is Jill, and you're playing Henry Halfhead multiplayer against a child. And I
Against
assume
a
you're kicking
child.
the child's ass. Yeah.
Destroying this stupid child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, Janet.
Literally not
Another
even
point
verified
for you.
anywhere. Embarrassing.
What game am I playing?
Jenny.
Mike.
Jenny.
Watch stop.
This is Wanderstop.
Mm.
I would have been
And-
fired.
Oh,
from my
collusion.
job.
Made
I would have been
through-
fired from my job
Here's-
if I didn't
Okay,
If
get
you
that one.
didn't-
Jenny, you have
If
a
you
job.
didn't
I
get the
get it.
developer's face, look behind here and you will see there's a bluffin right behind me.
Mm. I knew the event, but I honestly didn't know the game.
I was
Okay.
But I
about to say
should remember because
morsels. Mike,
Oh damn it,
Mike, who's playing this game?
me, I took a nap in that blanket
Yes.
and I'm
This was
I'm
your-
watching wrestling.
The wrestling is what gave it away. 'Cause
Yeah.
The spirit swap is an easy like. Oh, it could be
Easy
Jen-
swap
no.
could be any of us.
Uh-huh.
Could have
Yeah.
been any of us.
Is it the ROG Ally or the Steam Deck in white?
Steam Deck, white Steam Deck.
That's
Okay.
cute. Nice.
All
Very pretty. Yeah. Okay.
Also, so we all live the same life, basically.
Who's playing
Mike.
this game?
Oh.
Mike.
I am your beast. It's me.
It is
Mid-episode.
Mid-episode recording the indie council. We're talking. You can see me talking. I'm mid-sentence. And Mike is literally playing I Am Your Beast as I'm probably saying nice things about the game. Just so you know. He sent us this picture while we were talking, letting us know that he wasn't paying attention to us.
I was paying attention. I can multitask.
He was doing it for science, I think.
Who's playing this game?
Mike,
Janet?
Y'all talk
Mike?
so fast.
me.
This is, and these are your hints right
I
here.
was gonna say I
Also,
could
the
recognize.
wall
that.
Also
art of
my
Kirby with the
face.
knife. Hello. Wait.
Wait, where's your
oh,
face?
I see your
Yeah.
face.
Top right.
In there? Oh,
Nice.
Oh, okay.
cute.
Kirby holding the knife and the neon light. Yeah. That's, but I'm weird for saying you use knife emojis. Come on.
Mhm.
Come on, Mike.
Those are Kelsey's.
And who is Kelsey?
Mike's wife.
My wife,
Exactly.
who is her own person with her own
Birds of a
personality.
feather flock together.
Jeez.
Okay. I don't remember how many of these I put, so we'll find out as soon as I can't push another button. But what
Janet.
game is this,
Oh, Jenny.
Mike,
Janet?
Yeah, it's me. It's Janet playing 1,000 Times Resist on the 1,000 Times Resist Steam page, which I think that Let's
It's
Play is
still up.
finally down. Is it still up?
oh, is
was
it?
gonna
I
say,
think
it
it's
was
still
up
up.
It was
like
up
two
as
It
of
was up for
Monday.
a really. It was. Oh wow! It was up for a really long time. It's funny. Sometimes
Yeah.
people are like, "I thought you were on Steam. How are you live here?" I'm like, Magic of the internet.
Yeah.
Magic. This is literally
baby.
the Steam page of 1,000 Times Resist. You see Janet's face every time.
It's funny because it says devs play. I mean, I did not develop the game. I'm like, I did not develop the game.
Okay, that looks like the last of the locked in. I think it's going to be the last round of the game, but also I think probably one of the favorites. We are going to be playing something I have called Indie Dumptrucks. Are we
I'm so
ready?
excited for what I
So
think.
is this
may be.
fat asses?
Give me those indie asses.
I'm
Yeah.
going to present to you a picture of an indie game protagonist. Totally
From
normal
behind.
picture.
Of their ass.
And you're going to have to tell me who the protagonist is or the game. In some cases,
Okay.
I'm totally
Mhm,
fine with
yeah.
that. Okay, are you ready? And let me just double check to see
Thirsty
how
suitors.
many
No,
of these
just-
actually.
Frog snacks. I don't know.
Okay, I've got 10 pictures, so we've got 10 possible points
Damn.
going
I don't think
into
you ever
this.
see the Hollow Knight guy's ass ever. He's
No,
always
it's got
facing
the
you.
little cloak and everything. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm going
He's
to
shy.
rewrite everybody's scores very quickly because Mike really pulled a game out of there in his
All I need
last
is Janet to talk
round.
shit about me to
Yeah.
motivate me.
So Mike
It was
currently
intentional
has
and not mean-spirited at all.
no. Mike currently has 15 points.
Nice.
Jenny
He's locked in.
Yeah.
Locked in.
14.5
What game am I
points.
playing?
Janet 17 points. So this game belongs to everybody at this point. This is really going to make the difference. So,
Seeing these asses. That's so funny.
nobody knows yet. I haven't shown it. I will give it to you if you could tell me what is this game.
Mike.
Janet.
Mike, what is this
Stray.
game? This is Stray. 100%. This is the kitty
Yeah.
cat protagonist of Stray. I wish I could like zoom out,
his
but I
butt.
literally was just like going through the internet, like screenshotting pictures of people's butts. So
Going back to the I Am 8-Bit conversation, I just picked up a physical copy of this at PAX East from I Am 8-Bit.
there you go.
It's very
Nice.
pretty.
Nice.
It is a very fun game. What or who is pictured
Why?
here?
Okay.
Mike,
What is this game? Mike,
Nine Souls.
That's
This is
actually
in fact
really funny.
Nine
I never
Souls.
saw this.
if anybody could tell me the name of the protagonist, then I'll give them the point. But otherwise, I'll give it to Mike.
9. No, I don't know.
No, I don't know it.
Is it like
No
Yi? Y-I?
It is. So Mike gets the
2
point.
points?
Congratulations.
It's like a crazy. It's like a
No,
crazy.
you just get the point. But like Tush is full out.
Yeah.
I was like, this is perfect.
There's something I know quite well. Naked cartoon boys, you know what I'm saying?
Naked cartoon boys. Okay. What's this game?
Mike,
Janet.
Mike.
Hades, Zag.
Mhm.
It
We
is
need VAR
Zach.
on this because I feel like I'm saying it at the same time as my.
Well, you can see it back, but okay.
Okay, well,
What
his
is-
name's shorter than mine. Just to throw it out there.
Say Jan.
You can say Jan if you want. Yeah.
Gross. No.
I mean, even if you
thanks.
just went like I would see you. So, everybody ready?
Yeah.
I hit the button. What game is this?
Mike.
Janet.
No, that was Janet. Yep,
Okay, Sewer Meat Boy.
that is in fact Meat Boy. I'm Super Meat Boy.
Yay.
It's funny because you can barely tell if it's his front or his back.
Boy's back. I was like,
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah, you can.
You could tell.
there were
Yeah,
vibes.
the way the arms hang different.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I kind of see what you're saying. Yeah, he's looking wistfully into the distance.
Okay, what is this game?
Jenny,
Mike.
Jenny, what is this game?
Cult of the Lamb.
This is in fact Cult of the Lamb. This
I
is
was
his little
thinking that too. I
lamb.
was.
butt.
I struggled
I
for
was
a second.
This
hesitating.
is a cape. He has just come down from jumping. Just so everyone understands the scene.
Because
we're
that's kind
in.
of what threw me off a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
like, the art looks Cult of the Lamb, the background looks Cult of the Lamb, but I was like,
That's his little.
when are we
fuzzy
seeing this
fleece right
guy's
there.
ass though?
Yeah. And I was like looking
Still
through
found it.
trailers, and I'm like, this is perfect, y'all. Okay, what is this game?
Jenny.
Mike.
Jenny.
This is
Is
oh
it-
Jenny.
Oh
Jenny.
God. I like knew it and then it left my brain. The Messenger.
It is not the messenger. Janet.
Mike.
Dead Cells.
This is Dead Cells.
Dead Cells. Oh, I get those confused all the time.
Thank God I got the extra second, because for a second I thought Solar Ash for some reason, and then Dead Cells came to me, so boom.
They'll have very similar like protagonists.
Asses, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Or lack of
Very-
asses, to be honest. I'm
very-
just
Not
throwing
a
it out
lot.
there.
Not very
Very
impressive.
geometrical, you know.
Yeah.
The pants are doing
Yeah.
a lot of the work. Which,
This is like
hey, I'm not
the
mad at
key
it.
There's a right
art
angle.
as well.
Yeah,
Like it's
sorry.
not.
A sharp line down the side.
There's like,
yeah.
like an L, you know?
It's a long back, really. Is what's
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Long back. Long back is back. Okay.
Spine straight into legs.
What is this game?
Mike,
Jan-
Mike.
Slay the Princess.
This is Slay the Princess. Sorry, Jenny. I was really hoping you
So
would get that
close.
one. Okay. 3 more left.
Oh, Jesus.
Everyone
These
lock
are hard.
in. Here we go. What is this game?
Jenny.
Mike,
Jenny.
Blueprints.
This is Blueprints.
Nice.
He's
That's-
pointing right at his own
Jill,
butt.
that is really fun. This is like the funniest thing to do. To do like indie game asses, and it's Blueprints. It's like it's a first person game, and you found the one part where you can
What?
technically see their ass. That's
you can
really
literally,
funny.
he's pointing at his own butt. I was so proud of myself for finding this.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
That's amazing.
What is this game?
Mike.
Jenny.
Janet,
Was it
I
me?
think it was Mike.
I think it was Mike.
Player
yeah.
Obscure.
Can
Expedition
you name,
33.
Can you name whose butts are in the shot? Because there's a lot. I saw this picture. I'm like, y'all are just giving me material. I didn't know who to choose.
Man, it's just a lot of French names, you know what I'm saying? Can I... Oh, never mind. Gustave
exactly.
Mael. How the hell you say her name? Sayel? And the one without shoes.
The one without
the best
shoes.
one.
That's the perfect one. Okay, y'all. This is the last picture of the last round of the game. At this very moment, both Mike and Janet have 19.
Ooh. The game breaker.
So this is going to be very important. Jenny, very respectable 16 and a half points. You're
Damn.
doing great.
Now I know
Jenny,
how
if
Mike
you get
felt.
this, it's tied between. you
Yeah,
and I.
Jenny, if you get this, it's 3 points.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, why not?
Yeah, all or nothing.
Okay. What? I don't actually remember what this is going to be. But I hope it's good because what is this game?
Mike,
Janet.
Oh, Mike.
Okay, but did you just
Who
go
is
say his
this?
name
Who
really
is
quick?
this?
I don't know.
Yeah.
it is Jill's favorite video game, Tunic.
Mhm.
Yeah. It is Tunic.
It is.
You're not wrong.
Tunic.
You're not
And
wrong.
the
You're right.
Tunic
Saw that
box
tail, and I was like, done.
is not named, by the way. There is no name for the Tunic box.
Mm.
Mr. Tunic.
Okay. So with that, we're at the end of whatever I've called this game, Fun and Games Indies or whatever. Our final scores are I want to take a point away for
Yes,
smugness.
Comeback in all
Mike.
of indie game
I'll allow
history.
it.
Got 20 points. Janet right behind him with 19 and Jenny
Nice.
at 16 and a half points. Congratulations, everybody. You're all winners
The
here.
Smash Bros clap, you know.
Yay. Oh, I got 3 points. I just want to throw that out there.
Talk
got
shit,
3
get shot.
points,
You know what I'm saying? Talk shit, get shot.
Okay, all right. Calm down, Mr. Ass Inspector. All right.
Yeah.
Just-
It was a
okay,
game
so
made for
Mike
me.
spends a lot of money and he looks at a lot of asses. What does this really prove?
Yeah.
And with that,
This
let's
actually
move
sounds
over
like
to,
a really good life, to be honest.
it doesn't
I know.
sound
Pretty good
I was
life.
like,
It's not
how does
bad.
he do it? Let me know.
How does he do it?
Let's talk about games we've been playing.
That was a lot of fun.
That
Jill,
was
by the way.
great.
I
That was
really
good.
enjoyed
I'm
that.
glad. I'm glad that turned out to be fun. I was like, this could really bomb and just turn into like Jill is really stupid. But
No, that was cool.
I think the only thing I'd want from like future ones is like slightly more audio friendly, but the game was very thrilling and very
Yeah.
so
creative.
go see the video. We put it up.
Well, video's up on Spotify as well
Yeah.
too. Not on
Yeah.
Apple.
Jenny does
but-
all that.
Mhm.
Jenny's great.
Nice.
Oh, hi.
I didn't see you there.
I love that your black cat has socks. 'Cause it
Yeah.
has the
Yeah.
white
And a little
paws.
mustache.
And a little mustache.
Gosh. Everybody's been playing Expedition 33 besides me, so go ahead, everybody else. I'm going to give my voice a little bit of a break. Tell me how Expedition 33 has been.
Where's everyone at? I have not completed it.
I'm still in Act
credits.
1. I'm taking my sweet time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in Act 3, but no spoilers, obviously.
No spoilers. I'm at the end of Act 2.
Okay.
I know I'm at the end of Act 2.
Y'all play so fast. How are you exploring the map that fast?
You want to know a secret? I'm not. I'm beelining it.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming. I'm assuming we could explore post game. So I'm just kind of like leaving it for later.
I have people that have beaten the game and they're like, after credits, like you can continue playing. Like there's whether it's after or like the classic save before the final boss, like you'll be able to keep picking up where you left off. But I've just played a lot. I've neglected a lot of things, Jenny. Every chance I get, if I had less on my social calendar. Yeah, he's playing Clear Obscure Expedition 33 next to me. If I had less on my social calendar, I would have probably already beaten it. But good problems to have, I guess. Going to Galaxy Games and hanging out with people. But like every chance I get where I'm not doing content and I'm not in work hours, I'm playing this game. Yeah. And Mike, are you the I don't remember. Have you been playing it this whole time? Or are you like a late addition into the Clear Obscure?
Kind of, I guess you could say late. I started it at launch. So I started it via Game Pass on my Steam Deck at launch because of like the pairing system and like timing heavy kind of things. I was like, screw it. I enjoy it enough because I'm very much not a turn-based boy. I am not like super crazy into this style of game. It was like it was scratching the itch for me. So I was like, screw it. Let me buy it on PlayStation. I'll restart. Because when I was doing it on deck, I think I only played the prologue and then like a little bit into like the actual like first act. Here and there playing a little bit. It was just crazy because of showcase production. But this past weekend I was like, screw it. I am staying up late. I'm just gonna do as much as I can. I'm so afraid of spoilers. I decided to just beeline through the main quest. If I explored the first like map area, I think almost fully. And then I decided to because I'm just super curious about the end of Act 2, decide to beeline it. And if I feel like I'm hitting a wall, I'll go back and explore more and do some of the side bits. But yeah, no, so far for somebody who is like, this is not my style of game traditionally, I am in love with it. It's just hitting all the right notes. It feels so goddamn good. I think the combat system is so refreshing. I think this is like, I'm so grateful they're doing like the Mario RPG kind of thing where there is still some active combat in there to keep you busy is not the right word, but to keep you engaged like mid combat, and you're not just selecting attacks and just waiting. But even outside of that, the characters, the story, how this game looks, like just everything from it top to bottom, it is a phenomenal piece of work. Like even outside of video games, I think this game just like is just oozing. Like if there's anything that's like close to like that masterpiece like conversation, this is it. And I can only imagine like what it does when credits roll, because so far they're hitting all the right notes narratively through like characters and surprises, twists, turns. Like game rocks. Also like so unserious and funny at times. Like the writing in this game is so
very
good.
Funny.
It's very funny.
I was gonna say the really cool thing is that people who I know who don't really play games and don't really talk about games are talking about Expedition 33. So that's been really exciting to see, where I think I mentioned it a couple weeks ago, but I was at I have physical therapy for my foot, and the physical therapists were talking about Expedition 33 just like randomly. And that was weird. And even just like I was at a cafe yesterday and there were two people at a table next door or next to ours, and they were talking about Expedition 33. And so it was such a surreal moment, because you see that for other, like, I think in the world you maybe see that for bigger games like a Final Fantasy or Mario, like these big IPs, but to hear people talking about an indie like this and to have so many people already have it as Game of the Year contender is just really cool. I'm loving it. I'm at the Stone Wave Cliffs. Like I just arrived there. So I feel like I'm getting close to the end of Act 1.
You're getting there.
But I've been doing a lot of exploring and doing all of the side quests and the sub bosses or like the mini bosses that are around. So I'm taking my sweet time because I am an RPG fan. I love Final Fantasy. I love all of those classic like SNES RPGs, Mario and Luigi. And this is probably the first game in a long time, with a few exceptions, but the first like bigger budgeted kind of title that I feel like has gotten me this excited from an RPG perspective.
Yeah.
Also wild that this is technically indie.
Yeah.
It's a Kepler game.
Yep.
Like
Kepler game.
sure, like maybe they got some money behind it, but like it's indie.
Yep.
Like we said, we were indie. We never said we were broke. Like it's like people.
Yeah.
Can we make that a quote or
indie?
something?
But yeah, which I mean, I think that definitely is part of the conversation around the game and you know its indiness and things. But yeah, still loving it. I don't know how I feel about like some of the narrative stuff. Not like in a it was really bad or anything, but I was like, like how does this sit with me? And I think it's where the narrative has grown on me as I've had time to process it. With like I hit like the game's very much structured like there's obviously the big narrative beats that sort of drive the main campaign, but Jenny, like you said, there's like a bunch of stuff you can do in the middle of optional bosses, little quests, getting to know different NPC characters, talking to your party at the camp, and you know building those relationships. So there's like it's in like a lot of RPGs. It's like from beat to beat. It's like it might only be like it's like 2 hours to the next plot point, but that might take you like 10 hours if you like take your time getting there, which I definitely have been doing that. So now that I finished Act 2, and I feel like the sense I get, I don't want to spoil myself for the game, so I haven't asked like too specific of like my peers who have beaten it, but I'm like, I think I could beat the game like today if I wanted to, but I'm doing cleanup and additional exploring. Some more things kind of open up as like the game progresses as well in terms of other things you can like places you can go in the game. But yeah, it's really, really cool. My beefs are still my beefs of some of the navigational stuff, the lack of like it has like a lot of very they're like, you're gonna figure it out, and I'm like, I don't like doing this, and they're like, we hope you like it. I'm like, I didn't, and they're like, oh well, and I'm like, you know what, that's fine. The combat is so superb in this game, and yeah, this is one of the few, you know, in part because of the job, and in part because of how I like to play games. I like to taste test a lot of stuff, see a lot of stuff, so I don't like really lose myself in a lot of games. Like part again the job, but part also like you play so many games. It's kind of harder to be wowed, I think, when you work in media because you see so much good stuff. This has like definitely wowed me in a way that many games don't. I am locked in on this game. I've put like 40 plus hours into it. The How Long to Beat's only like 20 or something, and I'm like, I don't know how anyone's doing that because besides the fact that you can do so much in it. I mean, I think Mike, you're probably still high up in the hours though, even with the beelining.
I think around 20-ish, or maybe like a little bit sub 20 right now. Yeah,
so it's like I don't know how people are blazing through it. Well, I mean, part of that is also I don't really parry in the game, so that makes everything take a bit longer as well. 27 is the How Long to Beat, but yeah, and this is like once I finish it, I'm gonna check the platinum, and if it's not completely ridiculous, I definitely want to go. I'm excited to finish it just to be like, I finished it. But I'm definitely
I finished a video game in 2025.
Yeah, it's like I would love to finish it before SGF just because I know it's like, well, I'll be busy with that and then, you know, take some time off just so I can be like, cool, I finished it. But I'm definitely going to keep playing after credits, and that's very rare for me. I don't do that for many games, and this is definitely a special one where it's like, I want more of it. If the merch wasn't ugly, I would be buying the merch. The merch just says 33 on it on like hoodies.
Dude,
which sucks.
I know.
But fan gamer, come through, baby.
Come on, let's go.
We need you because this merch is ugly.
They did that really cool thing of like the collector's edition. It sold out so quickly they weren't expecting it, so they put like the goodies back on sale. I want that statue so goddamn bad now, but I don't want to pay that Lost in Cult import tax.
No, it's fair.
I will say, like, in love with the game, so stoked. It's all I'm like thinking about. Even like I'll talk about it in a little bit, but like I started Midnight Walk, and like a half hour into Midnight Walk, I was like, man, I just want to go back.
Yeah,
I don't want to play anything.
I can't play anything else.
No. I only play other stuff for like content sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm locked in. I threw blueprints in the trash for this, and I'll probably fish it out. It's on the top. It's sitting on the top, Like there's like there's like a newspaper, and then like Blueprints is sitting there, so like, you could take it back out, and it wouldn't be that nasty. But like, and I was really liking Blueprints a lot. I was very locked in on that game, and that's how good like Claire has been.
Yeah.
Jill, I forget. Have you started? Are you gonna try?
I am like between it releasing and now, I feel like I haven't had a moment to kind of sit and play anything that's not like I need to cover this game immediately. So I think this is going to have to wait until after summer things have happened.
Sure.
July seems open at the moment, kind of, sort of.
Don't say that, Mike. You've just
Maybe.
ruined it.
You
So like,
it.
yeah, this is one
I
that
mean,
I'm
your
like,
guys' is July. Mine's screwed
I'm
based on the production we had.
Yeah, I'm dreading having to finish this game at this point because I'm like, I know I have to play it before the end of the year in order to like be able to speak to Game of the Year with any kind of real knowledge. But yeah, I'm excited to jump in.
I will say, just because obviously glowing on it, my critiques, similar to Janet, I don't think I wish the overworld was like a little different. I don't know if the overworld is completely necessary or like I wish there was like a better way to navigate it. Some of the like optional locations feel unnecessary where you pop in and it's just an item. And you pop out real quick. Like I would have liked a lighter on the markers to make it a little more manageable, or perceived to be a little more manageable. A warning for Jill and Jenny. Spoilers are all over TikTok, y'all. Like,
I have been
worries.
so careful. Like anytime I see anyone else talking about Expedition 33, I'm like, bye, see ya.
Yep.
Nope.
like the talk of
blocked.
PAX East.
Yeah.
Like it was obviously people were talking about it. And it's like, oh, did you get the end of Act 1? End of Act 1. I was just avoiding those conversations as much as humanly possible, and now I understand why. So yeah, just be careful.
Funnily enough, and this is a comment to the TikTok algorithm, even though it's probably just because they're harvesting my personal information. So
Correct.
maybe not so much. I feel like my experience on TikTok with spoilers is TikTok seems to know when I've finished a thing. Because like I like didn't watch Sinners, and then I watched Sinners, and they're like, "You're now on Sinners Talk," and I'm like, "Great, I just watched it." So I feel like they know that. Like, it's like I don't know how they know. They're like they're like logged into my PSN. They're like, "We know that you're not that far in the game." Like I don't know. It's
the information's out there.
Yeah, mine's very much
to watch. For.
Cat's Eye and streamers react to.
Oh my gosh,
Claire Obscure.
My entire algorithm right now is Le Poisson Steve, and I love it so much.
Going.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of less Poisson Steve, but yeah, Cat's Eye, Expedition 33, and Blueprints are kind of like the trifecta right now for me.
I want to move on to another game specifically, but first, I'm going to take a moment to tease Mike a bit. He wants, for some reason, to get credit for having downloaded demos to play at a later time. So I want to read what Mike has literally written in the doc. He says, note, I've downloaded demos for Phase Zero, sicko game, and Total Chaos. Still sicko, but not as much. Will I play them? Who's to say? But it's a thought that counts. Click those download and wish list buttons, gamers. Second note, Kelsey has banned Celsius from the household. I'm on a new energy drink at the time of writing this inner monologue.
What's
So
Celsius
there we
banned?
Because there's an article going around that taurine causes leukemia growth. Like bad stuff.
Oh, no.
So it's officially banned from the household.
Have you thought about
What Kelsey doesn't know?
Oh my
The
god.
secret stash is here still.
Oh no!
Okay, Mike, I fear that's
No,
kind
we're
of
gonna throw it away.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
It's given
Like, I remember, like, oh man, this takes me back to my childhood. You know, you open up the bathroom cabinet underneath, and you're like, "Wow, why is this here?"
secret stuff.
Next week's episode of the Indie Council is really just an intervention.
Do you think you'll ever just get off of the energy drinks completely? Maybe pivot to like
my
coffee
honest
walkie?
issue. I don't like. I just don't like the taste of coffee. That's kind of the issue.
What about a tea?
Yeah, I
like a
don't either.
caffeinated tea?
I got you.
Same. I haven't found a tea that I like yet that I can like consistently drink
I've
every day.
got a good amount that you can try different varieties. I've got you, Mike.
I need like a more like bittery taste, like a.
I got
But you don't like the
good breakfast
coffee.
teas.
I
what is it about
actually-
No,
No,
they're
they're
very
fizzy
different.
water.
Very
It's like there's got to be like a fizzy water that has like a slightly bitter.
I don't like the fizzy. No,
You
don't
don't like
like
the
fizzy.
fizzy.
You don't like the fizzy?
No.
Interesting.
I like the fizzy in my soda. Keep the fizzy in the soda. Keep soda fizzy again. You know.
I will say, much like a lot of things that you like get into more as you approach adulthood, alcohol, caffeine, da da da. I do think coffee, it takes a while to like develop the palate for it, because when I first started drinking coffee, I didn't like it either. And then I would only drink like Starbucks Frappuccinos, like the super sugary ones. And I'm like, this is kind of okay, but it's still a little nasty. And over time, I went to like coffee with creamer, and then I went to just coffee black. And now I do, which I know some people would argue, well, why would you ever want to like acclimate to something that's nasty? But I think there's a chance
That's
that
fair.
you could
Adapt.
make the
Get that
turn.
acquired
Yeah.
taste.
Yeah, I think so.
But
Mhm.
the mango rains, not too shabby. No taurine. Also go try these
Good.
Huels. Huel apparently pretty good.
I wish you the best in
Yeah,
your
good
search
luck,
for a
Thanks.
new drink.
There's what about yerba mate or yerba mate? I don't know how it's pronounced.
I think
That
it's
has
yerba
caffeine in
mate.
it. I think it's yerba mate
Uh,
too.
I don't know
I don't
her.
know if that has death inside of it, but
I don't think it has the death
I
that
don't
Mike
think
is looking
so.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think if you stop
Um,
drinking energy drinks, you'll live a lot longer than you're currently projected to. But
Speaking of the death we're
if that
looking
counts for
for,
anything.
Jenny, can you tell us about Tuati?
The death. Wow, that is a transition. So I should have clarified. I was not done typing, so I only played the demo, but I just got the
Oh, okay.
key for the full
Yeah.
game.
I was really hoping that you were going to lead the charge here, because I have played a large chunk. I think I'm on the 5th chapter of 8.
Oh, nice.
Of
Okay.
Tuati.
I think I'm in the first, or whatever the demo covers, but seems to either be a prologue or most of the first
First
day.
chapter. Yeah.
So, okay. But yeah, to a T, it is by, or at least like creatively by the guy who did Katamari Damacy, which is one of the weirdest, wackiest, most fun games. I think if you have a Switch, Katamari Reroll is what you're looking for. I don't know if it's on Steam. But To a T is a really sincere, very earnest, silly game about a teenager trapped or stuck in a T pose position, like the kind you see in the video games or animation when the character's arms are out like a T. And the game is about how this kid essentially just navigates life. And I'm sure there's a bit more that comes into the plot in terms of conflict. As of the first chapter and then in the demo, the primary conflict introduced was not simply navigating a world that isn't built for a person with T pose arms, but also people being bullies to this kid on like their first day at school. So I think it's going to be really cool to see this message of like, hey, you should be yourself. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. There's a song explicitly at the beginning that's like, you're perfect. The way you are. Not
You
the
are
Pedro
the
Pascal
perfect
one.
shape.
But yeah, you are the
It's-
perfect shape. I
I want to
loved.
ride my bike. I want to pet my dog. I want to go outside. You are the perfect shape. It's so good.
It's so good. Yeah, they have another song
10
that
out
they
of
use in
10.
the trailer for
Uh,
Giraffe.
My name is Giraffe. I like to cook. I went
Mhm.
to a school to try to learn how to cook. It's so good. It's just in my head for the rest of my life.
It's so good. And the gameplay is really neat because you're exploring and walking around the house in the demo. And I think the rest of the world as the game expands. And you are doing different tasks like brushing your teeth, trying to pour out cereal in a bowl, petting the dog. And so there's like little interactive, almost mini game like moments. It's kind of evocative of WarioWare interactivity, but minus the timed element. So you're just kind of doing these like little like press A, hold down this button, like move your joystick around. I love that stuff. So very, very cute. I can't wait to play more. I'll probably finish it tonight, I'm thinking.
I'm very hopeful that Jenny does finish it. Because I am on the lower end for this game, which is really upsetting for
Really?
me because
No,
I
I
was
was so
really excited
excited.
for this, and I am
Mm.
the best way I can think of to sum up my experience so far, and I'm afraid there's more that I might not love in this game from people I've talked to who finished it. This game is a kind of a interactive children's program. Very
Mm.
a la like Dora the Explorer, to the extent of the depth of what's happening,
Mhm.
and sort of the thought that's going into it and reasoning behind things. And don't get me wrong, I love weird, like, I don't know why I'm doing this, I'll just go with it kind of things. But it is very much like if you've ever sat down and watched a like children's program meant for children, that's not like Bluey's amazing because it's meant for like adults and it teaches you like if you're looking at a thing that's really kid focused, that's like, can you see the flowers? Yes, it is that level of thought to things. And the pacing is very, very, you have to just be enjoying what you're doing because I got through like, I don't know how much you've gotten through the first chapter, but the first chapter does hint as to something like a mechanic that's going to be available in the game.
Yes. I think the demo goes through just the first day at school and then going home. And then there's a thing that happens.
There's a thing that happens.
Okay, yeah.
So that thing you don't actually get to inhabit and do that thing until like chapter 4. And it's just like,
okay.
well, that's weird that happened. And like, maybe I'll think about that. And I'm like, I know I want to do that thing now that I know that's the thing that we're doing. And I'm like, there's only 8 chapters in this game. Why are you only giving me this at the end of chapter 4? So like it's got a slow pacing to it. I again love the characters, love the design. Every time I'm kind of just in the game, I'm like, I'll just forget everything and run around and like you get introduced, like the dog is amazing and you get introduced to a vehicle companion at one point, which is a lot of fun. It's just fun to go around the world and enjoy, but anytime I have to actually follow things, I'm like, come on, let's go. We got this. So that's sort of where I am with To a T, unfortunately. I really want Jenny to finish it because I think if anyone's going to be positive on it, then it's going to be Jenny.
Man, I hope I like it because it's one of the games that I was really looking forward to because it looks really refreshing and the interactions in the demo, like the demo was really short. It was maybe like 20 minutes. And that first impression I was like, yes, simplistic, but I feel like it's very charming and I'm willing to go on the ride. So it's disappointing to hear that the actual, like the full game experience isn't really panning out. And the story is also more overly simple, like in a negative way and not necessarily in this is helping me stay engaged kind of way. But I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Please do.
I'm also scaredly holding on to my coat because I really like the preview that we did for it for the Annapurna event like a year ago or something. With the same stuff that you mentioned, Jenny. Like I thought the animation work was very charming and like it's very colorful and it kind of has like a fun physicsy mini game vibe to the gameplay. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what, Jill? I haven't played it. I haven't finished it, so we'll see how it goes. But it sounds like I could see that happen. Like what Jill's describing, I'm like, I could see that happening. So yeah, it will be interesting to see what the full build is like.
Janet, what's Shotgun Cop Man feeling like to you?
Shotgun Cop Man is undoubtedly a good game, but it's not a game that is for me. This is the elusive good but not for me that people really want me to say more often than I do. It's a twin-stick shooter that on its face, like looking at gameplay, you might kind of get like a platformer energy about it. But it is not a platformer in that it doesn't have a jump explicitly. You jump by either shooting a pistol or you can shoot a shotgun. It follows the sort of many games have done this, but I feel like Celeste kind of gets credited with it a lot. The like X amount of jumps or inputs, and then you have to touch the ground to reset. It has that kind of mechanic of you have maybe like 3 bullets or something, and then you reload upon hitting the ground. Level wise, it's very doable. The level structure, it's a really simplistic looking game, kind of gives that Super Meat Boy vibe from like kind of the aesthetic, black and white, very minimalistic. It's from the team that did My Friend Pedro, a game that I actually didn't end up playing, and I think if I did, I probably would have known that maybe Shotgun Cop Man wasn't really for me, because it's a twin stick shooter ultimately, and I'm just don't have a lot of experience with twin stick shooters, and I can handle it in the context of the level, but when I got to the first boss, and the game is structured as like levels within a world, and then boom, next one. So it's like very minimalistic in that sense. You're really going level by level. And when I got to that first boss, it took me a really long time to beat it. And it's like, this is just the first boss. And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to peace out here because it just isn't quite just like my vibe because I just don't have a twin stick skill set. Like I think if you're good at chaining stuff together, and I could hit a couple good rhythms, each level kind of has that 3-tiered success. There's like maybe 4 or 5 if you think of. There's finishing the level. There's finishing the level with under a certain amount of time, finishing it with killing all the enemies, finishing it with taking no damage, and then I believe there's like an extra thing you can sort of like a special star if you can hit those 3 conditions in one go. So there's definitely like a lot of replayability and like speedrunner vibes to it. But I'm not good at creating a flow in a twin stick shooter kind of game. So I bounced off that one for that reason. But definitely was getting a lot of hype in some of my other circles, like Patrick Klepek over on Remap was into it, Ben Hansen over on MinMax was into it. And I think if you like that kind of game, you will likely be into it because I think it's a good one of those. I just don't. I need to be able to jump. If they let me jump, this thing would crack wide open. But then it would be a different game.
Right.
There was a demo available as well that I imagine. I just ended up getting code for it, or I think I bought it sort of on site. But there's a demo that I'm sure gets at some of the core vibe. It's the kind of game where you play 2-3 levels and you basically know the game. But I will say the boss gave me some challenges as someone that wasn't like that great at the levels. So if you're not that great at the level, the bosses might also be a little on that harder bit for you personally, potentially. But yeah, that's that one. I don't know if you want me to hit up the other 2 that I dipped into.
I want to turn up the positivity for a second and talk about a few games that I am unmitigatedly excited for and or are out and I very much enjoyed. So Death Howl, Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, and Hell Clock, and Leftovers KO. All things that I think everyone should go and check out. Death Howl not out. We don't know. Hopefully it's one of those things in the summer that we hear about. Is a Souls-like card like deck builder. So good. And the fact that those are together are amazing. I have that covered on my site if you want to go check that out. Moonlighter 2, I got to check out while I was out and about in other places of the world. And I did a very fun preview while playing Moonlighter 1, talking about the similarities and differences between both of the games. Both of them seem, Moonlighter I already loved, but Moonlighter 2, I am super looking forward to. Can't wait for that enough. It's got a lot of cool changes to it. Hell Clock was not something I was expecting. It came out in an email, came out of nowhere. It was not on my radar. It is coming out very soon. I want to double check that. Let me see. Hell Clock is coming out June 18th, so not too far away. It's essentially, to me, it seemed like a mix between sort of Hades and Darkest Dungeon, and it is based off of a historically like a conflict in Brazil's history, and it was a very, very bloody kind of civil war situation. But this game has a very supernatural twist to it, and it's very beautiful to check out. And I checked out Leftovers KO, which was in the 6-1 Indie Showcase, which has recently come out. Oh my gosh, it is so impeccably animated. It is wild to see that in action because you just don't get it until you're actually in the game. It's got a lot of humor to it. It's got some horror elements to it. And it gets you into that. It's kind of not based off of, but like influenced by Punch-Out. So it's very much that sort of gameplay, which is not 100% my type of gameplay, but man, you have to see this game in action. So those are my 100%. Please go check out. I feel like I was too negative earlier on in the show. Mike, do you feel that way about Midnight Walk?
Very early into it, only like a half hour. I think I technically beat the first chapter of it or completed the first chapter. Good so far. I'm in the weird mindset of I'm playing it and it's very much borderline walking simmy kind of game. Very light puzzles, so like gameplay is like super light. It's, you know, arguably could have just been a movie, maybe, but man, the game is gorgeous, animated beautifully. Obviously, all like handcrafted claymation, and like trailers and stuff don't do it justice. Like actually playing this thing on a PS5 on a giant OLED screen, it is gorgeous. It's one of those things of like, I don't think I've ever seen a game pull off this aesthetic this well. It's really goddamn impressive. But yeah, I just because I was so itching for that Claire Obscure gameplay, I bounced off of it kind of quick. But I'm very much gonna. I think it's only like 5 hours long. Like gonna go back to it, see it through to the end, because it's so far it's again, it's a low key, some stealth stuff, some light puzzly kind of stuff. I use the term puzzle very lightly. But no, so far so good. I'm excited to play more of it.
I love it. Yeah, I want to check that out. But again, I just have had no time for games that are not immediately on my radar.
I will say, first impression, $40, maybe a little bit steep for the kind of game that it is. But, you know, take that with a grain of salt. You know,
No,
support
Rex,
devs, like pay devs.
Questionable. Price is questionable.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh, no.
I will say I
quick
do want to
shout-outs.
pick up Leftovers, and I just want to shout out Jump the Track also launched, which is
Oh,
the
yes.
That looks so
Yes.
good. Yeah.
what's that game called? Peggle, the Peggle like game.
Well, Pachinko,
Yeah.
technically.
I was
Or that, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
P.
but most people are saying Peggle.
Quick shout outs. Janet, what other
Yeah.
games do you have going on?
I dipped into Sacre Bleu, which
Sacre
is spelled
Bleu.
SACRE.
Sacre
and then
Bleu.
Bleu is BLEU. It is funnily enough, because I played this like right in the same stream I played Shotgun Cop Man. This is another like this one does have a jump, but it also has the gun as a form of propulsion. This one, it just kind of hit just all right for me. What definitely was not bad, which I can, at least for my own opinion, I can clock when I don't think a platformer is good like pretty immediately because it's very feel based. But it's just like not quite as I think tight as I'd want it to be. But like a solid one of those, I suppose. I think funnily enough, the more time I get away from Symphonia, a platformer that came out in December that I mentioned, you know, weeks and weeks, maybe months ago on the show, the more fond I get, like when I think back at Symphonia, because I'm like, it is kind of, it was kind of hitting. Like I was, spoilers for I'm trying to do my Q1, even though it's Q2's almost done, but I'm going to go back and do my Q1 top 10 for the year, the January, February, March, and some of December. And I'm pretty sure Symphonia is making like the number 10 slot. It's like, I look around, it's kind of one of those things where like, especially early on when you make a list like that, usually the bottom half, you have like some beefs with those games a little bit, but it's like, they're still better than like a lot of other games kind of thing. But yeah, Sacre Bleu, it's just all right. I don't think you need to necessarily run towards it, but it does have a demo. This one doesn't have a demo, unfortunately, but it was fine. Bionic Bay, I'm very early, so I'm still in kind of that like basic side of Bionic Bay. It is a puzzle platformer, very much chasing that Limbo vibe, but doesn't have like any story or any real like sense of atmosphere, which I know sounds inherently really negative, but what sort of saves it is just the gameplay seems like it's going to be fun. This is another Patrick Levick from Remap. Put this on my radar casually. He's like, you like this kind of game? It's cool. I don't see why people are raving about it. And then he beat it and he was like, I see why people are raving about it. So I am excited to keep progressing in it. It has some, I'm early enough where my first sort of fun mechanic I got is swapping places with an object. It's like, yeah, this is fun to do. So far, this early on, none of the challenges are really like hard to think of, but it does seem like it's going to be one of those games where the challenge is going to be on doing the execution, not necessarily on solving the puzzle bit. And as a platformer fan, I'm enjoying the weird, like, it has like a jump divey move to it. It's very like ragdoll-y platforming, which I think for a non-platformer fan can be kind of like, I don't really like it. But for me, I'm a platformer sicko, so I'm like, this is kind of interesting. Like, I kind of rock with the platforming in it, even though it's not like the tightest I've ever had or anything like that. And the last one is Maze Mice. This is another one that I'm like, this is just sort of fine, but I did find like the combination of stuff to be sort of compelling. This is a game that's you're a mouse and it's like a kind of borrowing from Pac-Man. You're like out here collecting these pellets in this like maze, and you're trying to like attack the cats, or the cats are the enemies. But it has like a Vampire Survivors integration of having the abilities you get that you can attack the cats with.
Interesting.
But it also has, and I'm borrowing honestly a lot of Ben Hansen's polls from when Jeffem brought this to our like hidden gems of the year. It's a when I move, they move. You know, similar to that was like what a ludicrous song, and it was also super hot if you played that VR game. So it has that element. All of those things are like cool and fine. Like I think it's a solid game, but frankly, the thing that's kind of keeping me from pursuing it more is I personally just don't also reach for a lot of sort of like casual time killer games of like, oh, let me just do a run. You know, I loved Balatro, but even that one I didn't have like wild hours in. So I just, you know, it's like, it's not, doesn't have quite enough oomph for me to be like, you know what, I'm going to dig into this the way I did with like Goobies and even a little bit of Vampire Survivors. But this is another demo where like, I think the demo is you'll very quickly get a sense on if you think this is of interest to you. It was also just kind of missing a little bit of oomph in some of the other categories of like the animation work I think could have been on the screen for longer, a more diversity in I think the abilities, but yeah, it was like super solid in a way that like when I was sort of heard about this game or I glanced at it, I'm like, I don't really think I'm that interested. And then I played it and I did like it more than I thought I would. So could be worth checking out if you're interested in maybe elements of those genres, maybe specifically the Vampire Survivors element, I think is maybe its most compelling bit of flavor there. But yeah, that's what I play. I played almost all these games on one stream except for Expedition 33, which really this is about getting back to Expedition 33.
Yeah, that's where we're all trying to get back to. That's what's at the center of the maze.
It's funny though that's why you haven't started it because you're like I have other things. And then,
I've got other
you're like
it's going
you're playing
to
everything
override
else, and I'm playing nothing, and then Expedition 33. So
we've
that
chosen
works out.
two paths in a wood.
Yeah.
Quick shout outs for me, games that have come out this week that I want to dive much farther into, but I have not been able to. Spray Paint Simulator. It seems very much kind of the opposite of Power Wash Sim, where it's just going to be a relaxed game. You're going to sit there and you're going to paint. And that's, look, you've painted a wall. Ding! How great. And that's what you're getting into. Trash Goblin has come out.
Has it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is 1.0 this week. It's either, I think it's as people are watching this,
Jenny's expression was just a callback to earlier in the episode when we talked about Fields of Mystery.
So I want to. I've played it. I've played a preview of it, and I was into what I was playing. I haven't seen anything to get me past the like, why am I doing this sort of thing. So I'm more interested in seeing 1.0, and then the big one that I'm absolutely like devastated I haven't played more of is Pipstrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. I've loved what I've played of this so far, and I need to get more into this.
So bummed I didn't start this yet. It's on the deck.
It's 100% there, and I already give it my seal of approval because I've already played enough of it to know I'm super into it.
I just realized today it's the Dodgeball Academia devs. I didn't realize that.
Oh
yeah, it does kind of look like that. The art is kind of similar.
Yeah.
So there you go, everybody. That's what we've been playing, and that's the end of this week's council. Thank you for everyone for joining us. Congrats to our winners of the game show. Mike coming in at the last second, but Janet really just going through the whole time. And Jenny, we always love having you here.
Thanks.
Oh my god,
solid second place.
Purple parrot. Yeah. We are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. The Indie Council has its own socials. Go check us out on Blue Sky at the Indie Council. But this session is closed. Go play some indies.
Hey Jill, what's next week's episode gonna be?
We hope that those of us who are going to Summer Game Fest are going together to talk about everything we have played. And if you watched the last episode, Summer Game Fest kind of edition, things happened. It was an unusual time, and we hope to have equally strange adventures. So
I will bring my charger with me.
Okay, good luck to us all.